with Pancada on the seaside.
EG being the team as well, that they're struggling to find a lot of value here, but fault line, undercut, flies forward, at least gives them access to front C. Loud ready for a refight though again. Look at the proactivity, off the chance to get the double tap, refresh! Jorgamo! Sky can't be removed, the raid boss, but finally broken and taken out.
They just said the raid boss.
Cowardly maneuver. 3v3 though. And they're lacking that initiation ability to get in onto sites without having the raise, without having that ability to burst through. So EG forced to play things a little more slowly unless they can get all of these big entries. Cutting noise, and last time Loud went for a re-explore. This time same thing, and they punish.
Yeah. That's a fast thrash. It's going to be used and offloaded just to try and push them back.
Sadak's opening the door.
Aggressive. Sadak opens the door, bit of a distraction play. Okay, overdrive. Popped up, but he can't land anything. It's all gone skew whiff into this round here, but a few straight shots maybe might do it. Into the cage. Blinders are back.
Ooh, they're both one.
Is what he was operating off of. Still.
And he's ult.
They're so weak.
Yeah, in a 1v2, definite chances for him.
There's 33 health. I mean, if they lined up, he could kill them with a single bullet. He's going to have to go through both of these trips. So it's going to give Apoth great information about exactly where Tuiz is coming from and the timing involved.
He has ult though.
Thrash available, and like I said, barely a soft breeze would knock over Nature and Apoth here.
Yeah. Nature and Apoth as well, just biding their time.
Playing as
Nice
far back as you
slow,
possibly
yeah.
can to avoid Thrash.
Full avoidance. Even just holding the util. Nature. He's gone for the major win cons here. Thrash. It's an instant cancel. Not sure if that's a fake out or a mistake or what, but still a tap onto the spike now. Fault line.
Wait, what happened?
Forced out. Apoth getting a bit of a run on and a move on. Of course, they know he can't quite beat Honest. So 2 years, not quite winnable for him. Time running short.
It is good damage, nevertheless, onto EG. You know, removing a lot of those players. Loud's economy is booming right now. Those players are almost max money.
Wait, where did Thrash go?
Now, just to talk about this for a moment, if you have been playing Valorant in ranked right now, ISOs have been killing you. I'll say that as just a straight up fact. Even if you're playing ISO, you know the terror that is ISO in ranked currently. But at the pro level, there's so much spam into smokes and so much chip damage and good utility. Chocobo is going to find it a lot more difficult to have those ridiculous snowball rounds. You see, even in that situation where he's able to pick up 2, it's tough for him to get out of that situation and stabilize with his shield.
Yeah.
This time though, ult online, who do you actually want to get for Loud? Surely you're looking for less.
Yeah.
Takes down the entire Cypher kit.
Always a Cypher.
He might kill you. It's less.
He might kill you, that's true, but the shield's active now. Doesn't want to opt for using it. Just back
Oh, do it!
What would you like to do with this? I'm waiting for it, man. I want to see the gulag. Pull somebody into it, the 1v1.
Oh, backside.
Just prime and ready with the undercut. Bit of vulnerability now. Spice things up.
Oh my god! Oh.
Now.
The shield's offline at this point.
Yeah, it is. They've waited it out. Now still with complete control. Look at this Sadak just holding onto the position. The cage might make him think twice about it.
But the fact you don't have shield available and you have the ult, so now you've lost the advantage if you want to go for an ult. It seems very weird here, hesitant from EG. They could have forced the fight if they wanted to.
Now
he ults.
Here we go. Let's go straight into it. 1v1 is occurring. McCowsin just gets taken out.
Okay.
Instantly.
There's still one anyways.
Superman's already into the fight, and everyone's been ripped to shreds. 2 years. Chance to even it out, maybe. Not quite. Plan from Derek. No disruption. The post plan is pretty impeccable stuff from EG. Nice little setup.
They still have 2 breach flashes.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they got in without even having to use those, without choosing to use those.
I got so much water.
Nature's just going to be taking contact here. It's basically unlosable. If you are EG players, the horn forces the issue for Sadak. He's definitely anticipating the secondary swing from Derek, but eventually landing those shots straight to the cranium. So, second round out for EG. Maybe starting to string and chain together. Semblance of some rounds. Make it nice and even.
They did have to use big ultimates there, and Jorg being able to get that entry by dragging Kawanzin into the ult. It's pretty good. But they're not going to have access to those in the future. Here it is. Instant shot. And Kawanzin perhaps looking to try to take the fight there a bit more aggro because he knew that that shield wasn't active. He got punished for it.
How the fuck did you get inside?
Getting that jump spot, seeing if there's an operator on the other side.
มีฝาเกิดก็ถูกมั้ง
Utility being used as well.
อันมีในใด
Vulnerable. Prowler as well. Heavy committal just to take the C
ๆนี่เอาไว้ช่วยหนังนี่
Clear game plan. Being cooked up by EG.
เอ๊ะ
Nature too away from getting his ult online, but instead the ult going towards Jorgamo. So heavily prioritizing this ISO ult to be able to crack open on the attack side. And that makes sense. You know, you don't have the showstopper to be able to use. So the ISO ult is a really useful addition. Pretty far away this time, though. Sada picked one up last time in this exact spot.
It was Apoth. They've made it feel like Apoth is the only solo lurker once more, but the jump spot we'll see too. Gives the game away. No reinforcements really. Gonna be fast onto the play, slowing them all down with a couple of stuns. Jorgamo looking to gain some ground, potentially for the pivot, but no, they want to end themselves over towards this A side. Sadak still anchoring out towards the back, but he doesn't win his fight out. Util flying forward, just trying to set this one up, and Loud! It's sheer dominance from them. Drawing a line in the sand, and they won't let them press any further into this A side. That is pure domination.
I love how Loud played the defense side there. You noted that there weren't instant rotates. Cowanzine used a Prowler. When they got the confirmation there were two players rubble, Cowanzine walked forwards on C, Prowlered mound to know that it was clear, and Sadak actually turns around and walls up to heaven, which allows these players
I like the neon and ISO, but I want to see it right now.
but then also flood into
Probably gonna have to wait for PRX.
That's really nicely played. Good protocols on defense from Loud, making sure that they don't get hit by a fake rubble take and it's actually going towards C, and also having very good ideas of what Sadak wants to do in order to get help on the site. Love how they played that, and EG's economy tumbling as a result. They're close to an ult.
I want to go make
Nature will have one
ramen.
available. A big breach ult could certainly open things up, but they're struggling.
Yeah, they are struggling. They're heading into an eco round as well. I mean, we can see the money
PRX.
situation. Might be able to get a gun or two on the EG side, but probably going to be using this round to try and build up some ults.
Yeah, and I think the next big opportunity for EG to start something happening is with that ISO and breach ult. So, you know, Loud should have a bit of a freebie here. I feel like using the word freebie when there's an ISO on the other side that could have a hero rifle, though, it's
You never know.
difficult.
You never know with Jorgamo, especially. I mean, that guy is capable.
Yeah. But I gotta say though, I am impressed with what we're seeing from Loud right now. There was a lot of confusion in my head about why they were going in this direction rather than putting Tweez on Duelist, as he was in the past. For anyone who's unaware or didn't get to see him while he was playing in Tier 2 before he joined Loud, he was a Duelist player. He used to play Neon, Jet.
Wait, PRX played yesterday?
He wasn't dominating in Brazil, but he was like
Dude.
a good, solid Duelist player, and they
Fucking
crafted him
missed
into a more
it.
passive smokes player. High-low setup.
Whoa, that's the danger that we were talking about. It was a highlight.
Who are they
setup. Jorgamo
playing?
almost ends up winning it.
Yeah, I mean, two
No
is pretty good,
Reyna.
actually. He's at the top
No
of the
Reyna,
scoreboard
but
right now, though.
ISO.
We'll forgive him that one.
Sadak in a
Not
one.
cleared.
Yeah,
Mm.
not cleared at all.
What? Hello?
Okay, just plays full patient, waits for it. Prime timing here.
Oh!
Yeah, takes his time with it.
Down, C.
No problems. But yeah, I quite like what Loud have ended up going for. Too easy, like I said, generally a bit more passive
Oh,
when he was
no!
playing on smokes.
Oh, okay.
But we're seeing him actually find those
They-
opportunities to take fights a little more now because he's on Gecko. It's not a super passive initiator. It's
No.
more of a.
I thought you'd hear the
to
cam
go
now.
in and scale with the team and take fights. And I think that's useful for a guy who just wants to get a bit more aggro than he could when he was playing Harbor. Tui's on Harbor was like very towards the back of the pack. Didn't have as much fragging impact, but from what we've seen so far this year, he's certainly capable of it. He was really good to start 2024.
Yeah, it's very proactive. Loud
Blue's
not afraid to try and
barking
find
like a
over.
bitch.
And when EG been taking that C mount control, you see the doors open wide. Dump a bit of that initiator. Util.
But this was the round, Brand, that we were talking about, where ults get back online. Jorg's got his, Nature as well.
I need a new
Unless
gaming
he's moved his
chair.
Positioning. Looking to hard
off
back
C.
to the B side.
Yeah.
They're just hoping that they miss the ISO ult.
Essentially, yeah. Hoping that they just end up free firing it. So thinking ahead with the ults they've got on hand.
I like the idea here of Cowanzine just sending a Prowler to make it feel like he's playing on site and then running away.
Backing away, he
Yeah,
just
yeah, like little shots
Yeah.
like this, and then
yeah,
and then
yeah,
run
and then
away.
backs away.
Yeah, try to bait out this ult.
Makes a lot of sense.
But you're playing on a knife's edge. Obviously, you don't want to get caught.
Might be looking to try and take the fight again. He is right in front of this one with the ult primed and ready. It's what I thought that was going to be missing. Not quite. Dragged into it once more. Another chance of redemption for Kawazin. Can't quite win it though. The shield refresh.
2-0 Kawazin. Poor Kawazin. Oh!
ZG, sort of nice and tidy. Sadak, Agel himself though. To do some, a bit of spam blindly firing straight into the smoke. The shots are connecting, but this wrap around flank, not anticipated.
Ah!
Insurance policy. Sadak on 7 HP, he's got a little bit too much to do. Have to be a miracle. It's not gonna happen.
So big ults get big results there for evil geniuses. Able to catch Kawazin. You can see what he was doing. He's trying to.
But they ulted like very outside of water.
It's even more unfair. Previously, George just
Like
straight up won a 1v1 against him, but this time even a shield in his face.
yeah.
It is a bit weird though. The Tui's ripped that ult off in the middle of waterfall.
Yeah, I mean,
no cover.
I was second guessing myself. I didn't know if he was.
He has a pimple patch.
Like he was in the animation.
He certainly did use the ult. It's gone.
Strange one. Maybe that uncomfortability, you know, bit of a roll switch.
But also, from Loud's point of view, you're not really that worried about the rest of the rounds in this half because EG have only won when they've had big ults online.
My ult is ready. Bring them down.
Derek earns his way up. Again, Jorgamo. It's not hiding his
A
intent.
fucking trip for Omen.
But again, this battle of attrition, Superman who wins it.
Through a smoke by the look of things, but may have had a slight angle. Can Sadak punish Apop again?
He's been punishing him consistently. I mean, Apop feeling caught out of position here when he's just trying to lurk and create some of that space. Superman might be popping off for him. Jump spot almost anticipated here by Sadak. He's not giving it up, is he? Wall still. Traded out for the stun. But he can't quite escape. EG might be able to pave their way a path towards the A site. There's a fast flank still occurring. 2 years. Just walking. It's watched for though.
They knew.
Right now.
Very good awareness. I don't think there's anything that Les can do in this spot. They're not even going to bother.
Wait, Pankata is on Omen?
Lose one on the way out, so you know maybe if they just grouped up and overwhelmed him, there wouldn't have been any danger anyway. But they're choosing the safer option. Play that 3v1. Get on site. Get the crossfires set up. And quite a nice round. They are punishing these re-pushes for information that Loud are going for in the mid round.
Save.
Adjustments paying off. Less left to do the most. 1v3.
I would say.
Again, it's so many backup policies for them, isn't it? Derek's going to be the one taking that contact, just jump spotting, backs away now. Nature, making sure main is accounted for. As soon as there's a tap onto the spike, or even not, look, the shot just lands. Yeah, lovely. One to the cranium.
I would have saved, but it's less.
On their attack side. I've got to say, breath of fresh air, not seeing a raise on the attack side. normally, yeah. Listen, we'd be talking.
There's no raise in this game. Wait, was there a raise yesterday?
Into the C side with it.
Yeah, the meta is changing. It really is. I would say that Americas is the most resistant region to change. Yeah. They like tried and true, tested ideas, refined. And what we've actually seen so far in stage 2 is Clove being played, Neon being played, ISO being played.
Where's Reyna though?
Not just adapting to change, but embracing it. Yeah.
I want Reyna's.
Feeling like there's a bit of an A fight.
Yeah, I mean, people just like playing duelist, I think.
Yeah, I do. Gonna switch up there. I mean, A-Pop.
Cypher diff.
Onto the extremity. Norfef popped off here.
You can't afford to give Jorgamo a kill. ISO's already snowballing, but he's also one away from the ultimate. So, if Jorg gets something, without the shield, admittedly.
Wall up. Any damage coming their way. Gives them access to it's flying forward,
2v2.
With a kill earned. It's not online, but does he really want to try and use
Never mind.
Well, he could just win the round for them. If he knows where Les's position is.
He has all.
Superman could just run up straight onto the body, but they don't believe they know where he is. TP, it's for information. Superman cancels. They don't quite spot him. Les just has to sneak around this one. It's you. Avoid all of it.
No!
The deal is up entirely. If Jorgamo even ended up losing it, it's an instant win.
Great round. Love the way they
Last
play
round
it.
in the half.
Clearly thinking about those win conditions.
Wow.
And also, again, Loud choosing the more aggressive of a few options. After Les gets this kill, there are players. No distraction. They just kind of send it there into tree.
Yep.
Choosing to try to take the fight to Evil Geniuses.
Let's go, bro. Let's go, man. This game is fucking broken.
There.
Dude.
Jogamo's picking up the operator. Looking to try to take a fight. There's 4 players. Paranoia in his face and Sadak.
Well, now they know he's an op. Oh.
Anything though. So the weapon's going away. Doesn't want to give anything to the opposition. Tucked into the corner for a rainy day. Full A control over the rubble. That's for Loud. Doubled up.
Look at this trip. This trip is so nice as well against what Neon teams will often do, which is to aggressively slide onto the A lobby player. Apoth just
Don't do it.
himself and stopping from flanks from coming through with this setup.
Not much really changing in terms of.
Oh, don't do it again.
For EG.
No, but for Loud, the
Apoth.
slower these rounds go from Evil Geniuses, the more Loud have been incentivized to go for some kind of aggressive option for control or more often information. So if EG call a bit of a pump fake here, I think they might bait Loud into peeking again.
Might even commit for it. Shield actually helps out Jogno there, really winning that fight. Even with the refresh on top of it, spraying it through. A little bit laboured and messy, doesn't quite win it. It's all over the place. B access for EG. Onto that site.
30 seconds left.
Good cancel there, because that almost certainly would have been a mistake to run back into Pancada unless 2E's has a lot to do.
Certainly does. Does want to choose and take the time.
Ah!
He does right as the cam's being pulled out. Fortunate with it, but it's traded. Pancada and less. Up to them now. So they can turn around the
Timing, timing.
Smoke popped up, a few bullets firing. All it takes is the one to bring down Pancada. The secondary play there, so just the slightest of off angle. So a 6-6 finish.
What a recovery.
Overall, great recovery from EG, I have to say. But in terms of the way these comps play out, really up in the air, I think, in terms of it. You know, throwing my expectations out of the window. From what we're used to seeing on Lotus, it could still be anyone's game.
Yeah, for sure. I think Loud's composition will be very happy on the attack side, and Jogamo might find it a little more difficult to pick those good timings to take fights, pop the shield, that kind of stuff on the defense. So this is still absolutely anybody's game, but none of that changes the fact that 4 in a row was excellent for EG to close out the half.
Well, earlier we spoke with Pancada about how he found his way back all the way home to the Loud roster. Let's check this one out.
Os rumores sobre a Fúria foram verdade. Tive a negociação que estavam até avançadas, mas eu tive alguns problemas pessoais, problemas de saúde, que acabou que não encaixaram no time.
He was gonna try for real?
Só a Loud apareceu e agora sou Loud. Quero voltar pra Loud agora. Foi uma decisão até que difícil, né? Eu tava passando por alguns problemas pessoais,
He's so
mas
cute.
acabou que as coisas se encaixaram. A gente teve um time muito
Bro
bom.
has a loud
E, sem
necklace.
dúvidas, os meninos ainda são o melhor time do Brasil, então poder estar representando o Brasil no alto nível e com os melhores, com certeza pesou bastante na decisão.
I'm happy for Mancada.
That was an actual interview.
Onto, you know, the roster, the Loud boys, like you said, you know, he thinks they're some of the best Brazilian players, best Brazilian team in the scene itself. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of wasted on the bench, right? You know, it's a difficult decision, I think, for a lot of pro players where, you know, you sit on the bench, you're getting paid still, you have a bit of security in that aspect, but you're not playing.
Yeah.
You're not getting that game time, and you can fade into irrelevancy pretty quickly in esports. You know, it's a short lifespan overall.
We have actually seen some great players of prior years wither away when they're in that kind of situation. And, you know, hopefully that doesn't happen to people like Demon One who are currently in that situation right now, but it is great to see one of the former greats returning to his home territory. And honestly, I don't think Furia, with their win right now over 100 Thieves, are going to be too bothered that they didn't end up with Pancada, because they're looking like they have been revitalized. So perhaps the rejuvenation of the Brazilian scene is here in stage 2. But I don't want to speak too early, because we are very, very early days in stage 2.
It's Giacomo's birthday?
Happy early birthday.
Oh,
I
early.
mean, you could say that to somebody.
I only read the happy birthday part.
Yeah, it would be an early birthday wish. I mean, it must be running up soon any time.
I would assume so,
Yeah.
but I have no idea when it is. I don't know those levels of trivia about every player. You know, the brain isn't It's not capable of.
No.
packing
Bro's
that
on
much
tracker.
Wikipedia page.
And now the
You're on the
computer.
tracker now.
I'm on the tracker GG, but I'm not on the Wikipedia for birthdays. That's absolutely true.
Alright, we're getting back into this now. Expectations for the pistol round. Again, like I said, kind of up in the air. From what we'd usually expect of Lotus being played with the comp switch-ups. And how both of them are really going to be performing. EG with a heavy emphasis, looks like, on fighting over this A control. Nature was in position to maybe let loose an early stun.
Yeah, it's all kind of fake pressure though.
It is,
They're making it feel like it's an A fight. And in fact, this is headed towards Nature.
Dizzy and the Prowler all combined up.
Man's gonna plant spike.
Free access.
Hey.
Plan out into the open here with a wingman. And a heavy fight to be taken. Look at this, straight ahead. All of the Util, but again, it's the bullets rattled away. And
Ah!
who's going to be the winner?
Oh, right click.
In this engagement, even still with a shield. Dismissed and removed. Giorgamo sits on the sidelines now and leaves it to Superman. It's a 1v3. Damage under Kawazine, but he's got so much more to do. Got to remove a few.
Oh!
Right clicks. Putting in that work, but only 18
Okay,
now.
nice.
He's quick on it.
It's ridiculous to see how some of these
I
incredible
hate
spinners
the
that
right
have at
clicks.
dealing with the ISOs, just double tapping headshots straight into them.
Yeah.
I was amazed watching Aspas do it, and so it seems kind of fitting that we're now watching Loud dismantle Jorgamo in some of these spots too. It does feel difficult for Jorg to be able to take all of the advantages of ISO and actually convert them into this momentum that, listen, we all know it's possible. We've seen it in ranked, but it looks a lot more difficult in pro play. As you would expect, of course. But that's a great pistol for Loud to be able to pick up. And here Jorg trying to make something happen again.
Just the one shot.
And he's been alone the last 2 rounds defending on C. I assume this won't always be the defensive setup. Usually Apop is going to be playing around there in their prior comp. But having said that, Jorgamo's vulnerable could be pretty fantastic for defending C.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have it.
Those, anytime they try to engage, they're going to be taking massive amounts of damage from that.
Bring them down.
You saw it on the first half as well. I mean, EG were using it as part of that conditioning to take C Mound. Like a fault line, a bit of the vulnerable, throwing it out.
Yeah, it's very powerful on defense, but the trade-off in some sense is that it's more difficult to find.
Ew, he has that skin. Oh, shit.
Contacty.
Yeah. Jorgamo. In the danger zone here. And yeah, there's really no chances.
Yeah, well.
To hit the initial one.
Yeah.
Stinger.
Doesn't have the vulnerable in this round, but you know, just thinking towards the future. If Jorg's got a rifle in that spot and some of the some more abilities to be able to work with, I think it's going to be a lot more difficult for Loud to get through that choke point.
Gives us a bit of breathing room in this round here where it looks like Louder just, I mean, it's essentially sealed up. EG just aiming to go down to the spike.
Spike's pretty far away, to be honest with you. I think Loud are going to be able to catch it going for it.
Yeah, want to farm up a couple of these eco kills too.
Get him into
Into these
these
players.
Oh. Why did he open the door?
Get him into 2Es would be fantastic.
Yeah, either way. Whichever ult is going to be closest.
Enemy remaining.
Kawazine is doing the hunting. Will Apop even go down? Hello, Apop? Apop.
He's got it.
Ah, what a blunder! Oh boy. Oh boy.
2,700 credits.
That hurts.
Heading into the anti-bonus round. It's a good job they.
Can we see that again?
Judge setup.
I think that's the fastest judge purchase I've ever seen.
Yeah. Potter's like, oh, I knew I built that judge setup for a reason.
Oh, yeah. Appropriate,
He said go, go, go.
appropriate reactions. Okay. Into the thick of things.
Oh, shit.
Fast punish.
Sadak keeps using weapons that just ruin Jorgamo's shield as well. Whenever Sadak pops his ultimate, that's incredibly good against the ISO shield. Huge amounts of like fast ticks of damage. Stingers being used
spot him.
there as well.
Oh,
Just ways of melting through and not giving clean, honorable Vandal versus Vandal duels.
Loud feel like they've gotten an easy
honorable Vandal versus Vandal
now
duels.
with that punish on the Jorgamo.
Yeah, and now Apop has to retake with a judge. I mean, this is
Fair.
chalked already.
Less He's got walkabouts. Fox in a pen, Sadak seeking to keep
Ah!
penned into place and position just for less. With
I didn't know you lost that much money if you didn't die to Spike.
High ground angle,
remaining.
spotting the jump.
It's sad. It's sad to watch, honestly. There, Apoth doesn't want to keep the gun, so he's just leaping through, hoping desperately that somebody's right in front of him. That one was a freebie.
Yeah, we really did miss the beginning of that one, but I'm curious how the punish even went off. I saw Sadak didn't have a stun at the beginning.
Yeah, it's,
I got to imagine it was utilized in some way. We might see it in the replay now.
I mean, part of the problem with playing against the Neon is that normal peaks that you would take at the beginning of the round.
Oh, okay. He got stunned and flash.
That Sadak can play at.
Exactly.
The stun catches there onto. It doesn't look like Jogamo's mad out of position. Just jiggle in the corner, looking for a bit of info, maybe a cheeky kill at the very start. That's pretty standard. Yeah, it's just allowed to have a good setup and the pace to be able to punish. And unfortunately, these last few rounds, the pistol into the bonus, and especially the little blunder from Apoth, may have, well, I suppose, to be honest with you, they weren't winning that round even if Apoth had a Vandal, so it's unfair, I suppose, to put all of the blame in his department, but these last couple of rounds slide in the way of Loud.
Little mistakes. They just
Ooh,
had to
new trip
They
unlocked.
set themselves up with a fantastic chance of taking a dead even first half and slamming it home.
bit of that conditioning. Pancada just going to be holding on to that A rubble.
Bring them down.
Prowler to feign like they might be pressuring forwards into B. Spike is nowhere near to being, committed
Bring them down.
in any position here. Cowzen even has the ult as well. Big stack though, these EG players. There's some danger here, but the slow play just working out in Lau's favor. Everybody going for these risky maneuvers on EG's side for any sort of win that they can get.
And I like this. They've kept Pancada up towards Rubble the whole time as well, giving them another option in the round. They get the info it was a B push. There's only going to be one person here.
Door, a ball.
Ah!
Hold on, that's fancy.
Spike down A.
Just running at them with the Bucky.
30 seconds left.
Retrieve the spike.
End
All
of the
the
day,
avenues
though,
are, covered.
it's just going to be a rifle advantage, I think. Unless Pancada gets timing here.
Last
But
player
surely not. Less his ultimate as well. Gives all of the information. And Loud pick up the anti-eco.
He really got 2 with a Bucky and 0 with the judge.
Pretty big advantage here.
Wait, I'm stealing that chip. That's a good fucking chip.
Of winning this map. It's Loud's map pick, of course. You're looking for a little more on this half. It's just been too easy, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
Loud have not been challenged. This might have been one of the more close rounds. On a tactical timeout as well.
timeout for EG. I think it's necessary.
I don't think it bodes well though, particularly because if you're taking the timeout now rather than the round before, I think that indicates that Potter perhaps wasn't confident in the adjustments that EG were about to make heading into the rifle round. But, now she gets her opportunity to influence the state of play. And Potter's usually got some really good stuff to throw at the team.
Yeah, the reads are usually on point, right? In terms of wondering what to correct.
I think it's tough though. I think their setup at the moment, it's not like Loud are going for a ton of fast hits and just walking into trips.
Yeah, that's true.
They're slowing stuff down, and EG's
I
composition
want to hear their comms.
doesn't have the most
Like the
info in
coach's
world.
comms.
You've just got Derek to kind of play around.
I mean, I think they could set up a bit of a bait and switch. Maybe
My
with Jogamon
daughter's
on
killing
C.
me, dude.
Jump spot, see if they can punish, try and go for a bit of,
I think they're very
Details
worried
to
about
counterplay
jump
it.
spotting on C. Jump spotting on C is what got Jogomo killed on the,
for sure,
on the anti-bonus round.
I think Lauda spotted that, and I think that's what they've been using to get a lot of these round wins, but they have moved it over. I mean, 4
Oh,
players
Cypher
essentially
C.
committed. Nature just in the connector. He's going to be able to send a fault line nice and early.
Odin.
So yeah, it's a vulnerable to Prowler. It's all being committed. A heavy util dump along with a bullet spam. So big indicator that EG are fighting heavily for that A control. And Loud just made a call now to go for a hard hit straight into the B side, knowing that it's going to be potentially weaker. Going for the plan instantaneously. Angles are covered. Vulnerable up. Hello, that's a very committed thrash. Fault line there, sending it flying. No detainment though. Kawazine blinded up. And a raw bullet spam.
Wait. Oh, okay, it was spam.
That's going to be the night for forwards now. A bit of decay damage kicking in. With the decay, Jorgamo. Oh, resetting. Double tap in action. And a lot of damage done to Sadak. He's forced to back away, cowering at the side of him. Jorgamo stepping up to the challenge and more. They've overwhelmed this site now with that retake. Less nowhere near.
Why didn't you just
Test out with
save?
the full defuse.
Jorgamo's been trying to get a round like that happening the entire game. He took over on the retake, chaining those together, one after another, to tear his way through Loud. I like the call from Loud as well there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's cool.
Okay, yeah, that's how that happened.
But yeah, coming out of the attack timeout, going for an instant B hit when you've normally been running slow rounds, change your tempo.
Let's
drop off
go.
the game. Love the call from Sadak there. But EG able to pull off a really nice retake, and now they have big ults, 4-player stack on A again. And we get to see Loud without pulling something fast out of the strap book. How does the slow play work against Potter's adjustment?
I do like this though from EG. You throw out a vulnerable, it's going to be called by less. They're going to expect that there's going to be a lot of players, but it's an instant rotation, so... a lot of noise being made. Jorgamo just peeks off of it. Teammate jumping and hopping around the corner and dropping like flies. That's allowed players right now, leaving it just to the three of them. They have that mound control, but they don't have the spike. Slowing it down, just seeing if they can walk into one of these angles. Maybe get a free kill or two. Kawazine?
What?
Yeah, what is that?
You should never be able to pull that off. You've got Bullet Tack coming through the corner. The Odin should be favored. Sadak's walled his way
there's
in.
no way.
Apoth doesn't even
There's
really know that he's in.
absolutely no way.
He knows there's a chance, but he doesn't know for sure.
It's all about the game. The timings and the head spot's over. Setups dismantled now. Full access to the
30
back of the C
seconds left.
site. Jorgamo revealed. How much more eager do you want to get, Sadak? That's the question. Nightfall. No tags, negative information. A lot to work off though. If you are Sadak, you can back away. That's an ult. Into the gulag. Nature off onto the flank as well. This 1v1 is vitally important.
Oh my god, he won! It's because he didn't have shield.
Out into the open. Finally, he wins it. And he knows
Finally
where the
wins
players
one.
are. He's got to push them back. Him and Sadak. Sadak's going to be holding this cross. The position is good from these Loud players. Fault line.
Yo, why am I still tired?
There, but it
Oh!
is finally for Sadak. Slow to a crawl. Superman couldn't run anywhere.
Wait, did he
Nature
stun his
in
own?
a 1v2.
No, that was Neon stun. I was like,
This has been in this round for Loud. Not willing to give anything up. The high-low setup. Full patience, full discipline. Waiting for him to walk right into the sight line. So, up to
Wow.
11. Like I was saying, man, nasty turnaround from Loud.
Yeah, really well done. That was a 3v5 that Sadak basically wins. I'm not going to say on his own because Kawanzin's pick on B was also bonkers. That is so good.
Yeah.
It looks like from his POV, he barely got slowed by the Odin bullets as well. But Sadak walls in on C, dodges all of the...
oh, he did have shield.
Where Apoth is not totally sure that the new duelist of Loud has infiltrated
Yikes.
the setup. And Sadak picks him off, top fragging for Loud, 19 kills in 18 rounds.
Bit of a brawl, feigning like...
Bragging duelist IGL is crazy.
Win it. Not with the shield activated. Want us to call down for a fast pivot. All the way away, over towards the seaside, onto Mound. And nobody's playing here.
They have to respect the fact that Apoth could be here.
He did bring the
I know
trip.
that there's a big setup on the other side. In fact, I think they know that all 4 players
I thought
are
that.
running towards A. Now Loud looking to slow the pace down a little bit though. They realize they don't want to hit into that Cypher setup. Can they hold off EG's lower weaponry?
Don't do it.
EG are going to want to force the fight.
Just trying to take a time in over the trip.
No map control for the attackers.
It's all over the place. Nature, it's a flash and a peek. Watching for all the EG players though. That is
Dude.
So, yeah, Nature's not going to be long for this world. And Superman isolated. Up to 12, Loud.
It's 12 already. Yay! I guess I go make ramen. Do I make ramen or
I don't
the
go too hot
bookie?
with this take, but Pancada looks quite good when he's playing smokes.
It does.
He does. Which is crazy. I don't.
Doesn't
What
need
did
to
he
be a
play
smokes
before?
player rather than a Sentinel player. Doesn't
That
mean
no.
anyone ever told Sentinel.
Oh, okay.
12-7 though.
Okay,
the
low
score.
key, I have been playing
Loud doing a
Clove,
great
so.
job of pivoting in these spots.
Another hard committal. This round could really just end almost instantaneously. It's on a nice edge. 40 eggs in one basket here for EG. With this committal, it's Superman. Head ripped straight off the shoulders. Door opened up, shield still active for Jorgamo, but nobody's giving him that easy fight he was perhaps hoping for. Opened up again, they can hear the sprinting and the Dodging, moving around, taking a time.
Ah!
Is that reset from Jordan?
Oh,
Still
he's
traded.
yeah.
How quick there the spam is to counter and break the shield.
Everybody falling.
Also,
into
his
the-
shield is bad as fuck. You see that shit coming.
Just to stay into the map. Shadows traveling. It's been a masterful showcase by Loud, I think, with this composition.
It really has. The way that they've adjusted the tempo, playing some quick rounds, comfortable, finding avenues, lurking, pivoting around the map, playing slowly, baiting out plays. Remember, this was a 6-6 half, and since then, EG have been held to only 1 round on their defense.
It's Loud's map though.
And it's not looking
Sunset and
like the
Icebox.
scoreline's gonna get any better in their favor. Loud's map pick a Lotus, soon to be wrapped up.
Oh, yeah. When you
Oh.
get to, they've got alone should be.
Ah!
Whole line actually does save the day there for Apop. Stunned up in position. Not enough though for him to gain that second kill. And Sadex just toying with his food, man.
Uh-oh.
Skipping, hopping all over the bloody place.
Uh-oh.
One of them, but he can't do it.
NT.
13-7 will be that scoreline. Loud. Walk away with Lotus.
I'm so glad I see Pangata back on the roster though.
But in the most bizarre of ways. Less unkillable, looking absolutely bonkers. The KD was 20-9 for Less. Still the star fragger for Loud. But it's Sadak, I think, that drew the spotlight for me. Also had 20 kills, 300 ACS, running in, finding openings, calling really beautiful.
Bragging Duelist IGL.
Oh, yeah.
Showcasing
Okay, I'm gonna go McRummin.
do it all. I mean, it's the reason why he's winning 70% of his games in Radiant, I guess.
Steadily impressed with this team as well. I mean, and this is a match that is a turning point. We mentioned at the beginning for both of these teams 2-3, but we're going to be stepping away. GP and the Analyst Desk breaking it all down for map number 1. Don't go anywhere, you know, you don't want to miss it.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy Lin. In this series, I'm going to walk you through Attack on Pearl. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle, you're going to be able to fight this.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Luan pode pegar a primeira kill, strafezinho, segura o dedo, controla o spray.
Making sure that nobody can really take in adjustment.
Smick standing here with Coach STK after an amazing map number 1 against Evil Geniuses. I wanted to ask you about the role swaps that we've seen. Obviously, Sadak is now on Duelist and Tui's on Initiator. I think there were some people who definitely thought maybe it would be Tui's with Pankara coming in as controller. What was the biggest reason to have it done this way?
I think that Twiz is his characteristics are more defensive. Like we can tell them like in soccer he's the center back. You know? So for him to play Duelist will be hard. So I think that Sadak has this play style more aggressive, so make more sense for us to have adapted Sadak on Duelist and Twiz in a more sports role, like playing Gecko, this kind of stuff.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts.
Well, it looks like the stocks are high for Brazilian Valorant today as Loud picks up a map win against EG on their pick, Lotus 13-7. But this is a fascinating turn of events that we have found ourselves in here, not just because of, you know, the fact that, well, Brazil's having a great day of Valorant, but also like just seeing Sadak play in that role, seeing Loud with so much cohesion as well, especially when we flip to the, to the second half there. But I think the conversation really has to start with the surprise picks, right? The Neon, the ISO on each side of the field here. And Wyatt, I feel like we kind of saw the limitations of ISO, right, in a lot of these situations, right? Just spamming through smokes, crack your shield.
We also saw the benefits of ISO, and especially when you have a skilled duelist as Jojmo on it. He
That is
could go
true.
8 for 1 first kills to
That is
first
true.
deaths, which is a bonkers stat line. They weren't able to capitalize off of it as a team to their detriment, but in moments like that, you can clearly see the value. He was winning the majority of the duels in the kill contract. It just wasn't consistent enough, and part of it, I think, as well, was just the comp I don't think was ideal for supporting or playing around the ISO.
Yeah, well, I think that is an interesting point there, right? Was the composition something that EG is going to need to have to recook a little bit if they end up in this situation again?
Yeah, I've seen it twice so far. Not feeling the ISO in pro play. I feel like, yeah, while the first kill stats is kind of crazy, it was just very easy in some of these instances for the top players to just cancel it out. With that being said, Sadak on the Neon was phenomenal. I was very surprised with the way that he was more of a, I guess, technical Neon in the way that he's not zooming all around and stuff like that. He's like specifically going for these timings and making sure he gets good stuns and stuff like that.
Not playing like MW. He was not doing that.
Speed MW up here. Sadak chilling, vibing, and he has to IGL from the role too. So it's a very interesting dynamic.
I mean, I talked earlier about how I felt like he was going to be super util heavy, and I feel like he really showed that because he was able to set up his team, even on those retakes or those post plans. He was able to set up each of his team to kind of go into sight and like capitalize on what we saw. Whereas on the other side, when we have that breach that has the same stun, that does the same thing, it didn't really feel like they were able to set up the ISO. And so I feel like that's kind of where in both comps, there was like that big difference and why we saw Neon kind of go crazy.
Yeah, well, I want to hear from Coach Potter and see what's going on with the EG camp as we get ready for map number 2.
Smick standing here with Coach Potter after we see Loud win their map pick. 2 really quick questions there. Obviously, it was that second half where you struggled when you're on the defense half. What do you really think went wrong there? And then lastly, Neon, ISO, obviously we saw Jaw do Jaw things. What was your reason for ISO?
It's really Jaw. I mean, Jaw, whenever there's an opportunity to set him up to have fun and do Jaw things, that's what I'm going to do for sure. It's just the same problems from Split 1 for us. Pistol round and then losing both pistol rounds and both bonuses definitely did not help at all. So coming into map 2, we've got to have a stronger, faster start here.
Sounds good. Best of luck.
Seems like those glaring problems kind of back again. That was a thing that I remember Potter talking about, in stage 1. And it seems like those problems, again, to what she said.
She tracks that religiously with how good EG has been in the past with those specific rounds. So to see it fall short once again here, I was kind of scratching my head because it was a very close game in that first half. They got bonused, and then they got bonused again. But then it felt like the entire time Loud was in control, despite all that.
Yeah, they were in control because of those rounds that Potter talked about. But interestingly enough, of the 10 gun rounds played, Loud only won 3 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is pretty hard to believe given the scoreline.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said also like the first kill, first death or something.
For him.
Yeah, and they still on a losing effort there despite such a great result from EG in those categories. Certainly are going to sting, but they're going to need to worry about that later. For now, they got to take their way over to Sunset, see what happens over here. Remember, this is going to be Evil Genius's pick, but we have started to see what this Loud team is cooking, Wyatt, so there could be some unique compositions that we get from this.
We have not seen Loud on this map since they were still playing the Phoenix comps. It's been a while. It's been months.
That's right.
And what I'm really excited about right now with this Loud is that they are finally playing Cypher. They are playing the really good Sentinel that has been meta-defining all year. They threw that to the wayside. Les had played Cypher this year 3 maps, and Viper 23 maps. And it's going to be on the Cypher again, which I'm happy to see. We've got the Neon, which we saw in RG do it yesterday.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're about to get some sliding, some drifting, Tokyo drift. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited for this. I just want to see how this is going to unfold.
I'm so excited for the Neon versus Neon, but the thing is, I feel like Loud just has that experience of Neon from playing on the map before, so I feel like Sadak is kind of going into it with that fresh mind of like, okay, just went crazy, let's do it again, let's call around it. But now when you have Jog kind of on it, we've seen him go crazy before just in general on the Duelist, but are they going to be able to set him up? We saw the Breach not really being that utilized as much, but I don't know. I'm excited, but we'll see.
Well, it's going to be the last match that we have between these teams. And it went the distance last time we saw them take the stage. Is it going to happen again? Let's find out. Send it back over to your casters, Brent and Sideshow.
We'll certainly see heading into Sunset. Yeah, it's going to be EG's map pick. They made only the one change, right? It's Jogamo over onto the Neon. And, you know, some major adjustments overall. I guess, you know, Raze falling out of favor into the meta. But they have to do it here if they want to try and extend their play in the series overall. And it's an important one. Been mentioning it. 2 and 3 is where both of these teams stand so far in their season. And really, you need a win on the board at this point. We're getting into that middle section. Beyond that point, 5 weeks away from champs. It all really leads to that. And every win counts.
You have to, if you're either of these teams, you have to make your way into stage 2 playoffs.
Yeah.
You've got to at least get a good enough record, probably somewhere around the 500 mark, to be able to get into playoffs and then prove yourself to have a run towards champions. And that is going to be very difficult for both.
I'm back in time.
Of course,
for the first
time
time
on the roster, most people would be expecting Loud to do it if only one of the orgs did. But EG surprised last year.
Let me eat though.
EG getting their way into B, a fairly free site. Both of these team compositions are going to be really happy retaking.
Hello. This is going to be broken there. Really fighting over this one, Jogamo. So willing to let them get even a foothold in.
Jogamo is on Neon? Neon versus Neon. Oh! Oh my god.
The movement abilities just fit Jogamo so well.
Yeah.
If they gave ISO a dash, I'm sure he would.
There's so nah. No, that'd be broken.
But to me, when I think about Jogamo, I think about a player who takes unexpected, aggressive timings, pushes, and tries to turn one advantage into a huge advantage. And I think this Neon is going to be very different to the way that Sadak plays it. I think we're going to get to see the full range of what this agent is capable of.
No Clove.
Playstyle-wise.
Bit of a contrast between the two. It's an easy orb over towards A. EG just taking up over towards market control. Second wave of things there as well, making sure to try and take that fight. Lesto caught tucked into the corner. Won't be able to escape any of those bullets. So EG will be able to get that plant down.
And focusing all of these ult orbs into Nature as well, who's almost halfway to that first ult being online. And the fact that EG are getting a pistol under their belt, getting set up to, you know, run one of their bonus round strategies rather than have to fend off one of Loud. These are all great starts and exactly what Potter was talking about. It is baffling, absolutely baffling. that Loud only won 3 out of 10 of the like true gun rounds, those that weren't bonuses, weren't
that is bizarre.
Gun versus a half-buy kind of setups. But a lot of those
Just that is spike, that is spike. And actually that is time. Oh!
Clean execution style finish to the round from Apoth.
His lurk actually worked.
Of those guns
Oh, that rhymed.
that were invested into the bonus. So
What you were saying, right?
Yeah, some really good firepower coming into this. I mean, what we watched when we were watching Victor play on this map for NRG, he brought the attack side all the way back into overtime playing against Sentinels, because these tight areas on Sunset, it is so tough to hit a Neon sliding in. And when you've got aim as good as Jorgamo, if he's sliding in front of you, you're probably already dead. I'd like to see them try to put him in position to go for kills like that. Set up for a B split here, maybe on the bonus.
There's a lot of danger here, at least for Loud, going up against this bonus round. You know EG are going to be putting in the time into a map like this here, and already
Oh my!
fully accurate. Glides forward, does
Oh
not
my
give in.
god! Oh my god! He got refresh.
Good. His aim is so clean. Sadak's trying to do what he can on the opposite side of the map. Cleans up Apoth. Maybe they don't have to worry about the mid lurk too much. But guess what?
Ow.
Jorgamo's already reflanking in that spot. You'd expect the Neon to still be trying to challenge Market. Backside.
Oh.
Jorg's already there.
He's rapid. He's just playing with the man. Look at him.
He could
All over
leave.
the
He
box.
could go back in.
Doesn't know what he wants to do.
He's 7-1 already. He can do what he likes.
The decision's made for them, and Loud's saving away at his 3 rifles. Sadak low enough there.
Yeah, they've won some 3v5s so far in this match, but this is not going to be one of them. Trying to get back into the site. Everybody in B main, these kind of post plants are very difficult.
He is hunting. Wait, did he ult?
So it's ridiculous, honestly, that you're looking at the stats. If you only looked at the stats page of
Oh no, he didn't. He didn't.
and you see
Ah!
13 first kills for each
Ah!
on Lotus, and then you're seeing Jorgamo 8-1 in first kill to first death, 300 ACS on the ISO. You would expect that the scoreline would be closer and Jorgamo would have.
This is like the opposite of
felt
last
he
map.
dominated the game, but he really didn't. They held the ISO down to only having stats impact, whereas now he's on the Neon, he's unleashing devastation upon Loud and creating so much space with what he's doing as well.
Important final kill as well. Did he manage to wrangle the rifle out of the hands of the one Loud player? Only got the 2 to work with in this one. The rest of it a bit weaker with the weaponry. See a standard taker market. EG been doing this with the fault line, a prowler. It's all going to be accompanying Jorgamo. He's quick to really just evade that one as well with a one-way and a flash heading his way.
Still got another slide. Can afford to use them on stuff like that. Now Sadak's just trying to play this in a more standard, you know, reserved manner, where he's taking some space on the opposite side, playing an aggressive angle, giving his team information, not trying to dominate the game with his rifling. That's what I'm talking about when I say that both of these Neons are going to play so differently here on Sunset.
Bro.
That's just not with the crosshair placement in this one. Open access over towards the B side. Jorgamo, just don't know which direction this guy's going to be moving in. Slowing it down, just walking. Ult still out though, stunned. My god, might be getting ahead of himself here. Up onto the flank with Apoth falling. Creates an opening now for Loud to really capitalize. Do they want to jump onto this one here again? Start locking him and rooted to the spot. Jorgamo, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Sadak. South now into the back of the site, and they've got less things to worry about with Apoth, who was cleaned up prior, as we were talking about. Fault line to be used, the first wave of defense here to try and push them back and away from this one with a couple of bullets and a raw spam. Might be enough to take away a kill or 2, but it goes in either direction. And who can win out this fight? It's a very difficult retake to even make happen. Cowards in Steer King! Bancada! He covers it all though.
Oh my god. Bancada won that?
From Loud. Very difficult to crack.
Huh?
B-main post flank.
Wait, let me see that. What the fuck just happened?
Between Sadak and Bancada was fantastic. Another situation where Sadak does not dominate with the rifling, but sets up another player on his team to have that impact.
Aww.
And yet another round, by the way.
My fragging duelist IGL is even a support player.
Felt like they should have been able to get extra kills through the smoke, but that is just the nature of post plants like that. Sometimes things are not going to quite go.
Bring back Shroud.
Is he seeing nothing? But full line still setting Sadak. This guy is eager to draw blood. No one willing to stand and fight the guy though. That's a delayed paranoia. Will force out a lot of util on either side once more. 2 years spamming down a few stray bullets. Just catches on.
Oh!
Man.
Wow.
Jorgamo is Sadak, this guy. He's galvanizing with his performance. And hopping in the spot. Superman with nowhere to run. That's a flawless finish to that round there. Loud finally getting that.
Wow.
With a second round here overall in the map.
What was that prediction onto Jorgamo?
Yeah.
Perfection from Sadak as he just throws his lightning fingers through over to elbow.
He just throws his lightning fingers in. I can't.
And playing off the flash there, coordination beautiful from Sadak and 2Es. On the other side of the map, by the way, complete opposite side, no action happening, but less throwing an aggressive cam.
I need to watch VCT in like another language so I don't cringe.
And again on the other side, playing for info, so really heavy info setup in the outskirts of the map.
What?
Where's his cam? Oh, there. It's right there.
Wow. Look at the catch that one. They do. The stun is right onto 2 years.
I don't even know where EG are ending.
I mean, I don't know either. It's all over the place right now with the players just holding down the positioning. At least for Loud, making sure that all the stragglers get caught there. That was all over the place from EG.
It's a bit bizarre. I think they were trying to hope that Loud would rotate to try to help 2Es in that spot, but
you've got to give them time to rotate.
Yeah, they just ended up away from the fight. Jorgs got caught.
Seemingly just walking straight into the trip. Less play for his life.
Now that is a lovely wall.
Nature with the plan. Nothing to push him back and away from this one. So into the post we go. Full line's good to slow. Same with the aftershock, but they know these players' positions now. At least they got it. Stun's good. Paranoia even better. Has to defend him now. The bodyguard gets down, Mr. President, but Nature.
Can I help you, sir?
Time to show up and turn up into the fight. Pushing past it. One player left alone. It's him. Isolated. Attack from Pancada.
It's him.
To fight though. Nature, will it be granted it? Will it be given?
20. What? Who the fuck are you barking at, huh? Who are you trying to fight, Blue?
And even 3-3 for the scoreline.
It's another round though where EG have a set play, use a breach ult to be able to get a pick. Start things off with a player advantage, and yet I don't want to say half-baked, I think it was overcooked. They were only coming to a B split with 3
Dude, this
players.
pastor.
Because Jorgamo was waiting for people on A and Apop was lurking A.
Strange one.
I think if you're going to commit your breach ult like that, you might as well be going for an A split through mid. But I'm not sure whether that was a bad idea, a failed execution of the idea. Difficult to know when that's the first time we've seen EG run that strat.
Dude, I want Louder at 2-0, but I also want to see what Team Conflict gonna do in Icebox.
That was good. Dizzy even better. Potentially there with the stuns. On either side, just seeking to defend these players who are caught. Really isolated. Derek is rattling away.
Okay, he got traded.
Brought down to his knees. Plan from Nature though. That space given. Jorgamo. Placement. I'm expecting the player was going to be there. Nature obtains the upgrade, but the plan position is not good for him if he wants to play this angle here. Unless he gets this kill, but Pancada is sharp. It's on point today with a lot to prove.
And he's looking great. He hasn't been the player that's taken over the game necessarily, but just so solid in his positions. Every time he's asked to do something, he delivers on it.
Bro, he's playing controller, but I don't know what they expect him to do.
That's exactly how he was when he was up at the top of the scene with Loud. Now on map 1, the frag differential was massive between these two squads. EG only had 2 players that were popping off.
Who's the GOAT?
Jorgamo and Superman. Superman's down now at the bottom of the scoreboard, only 1 and 5. The other players are turning up a bit more, finding their moments. You just saw a 2K from Derek in that round. You know, they're trying to find their footing. The more supportive elements.
This is EG's map pick.
Initiators and the Cypher, but they're not really getting that extra firepower coming from another player, and it feels like EG's ideas, once they get the opening kill, are still not working. I mean, the 4v5 win rate from Loud has just been outrageous this match so far. Things that shouldn't be happening.
They can't be letting them get away with it.
Yeah, and it kind of fits a pattern that we've seen from Evil Geniuses all year, that I think a lot of people will be putting down to the fact that it's an inexperienced roster. They have good ideas to set themselves up for wins, but then it crumbles when the pressure is applied to them. Maybe that's just a factor of time to hone those issues out, but time's ticking. 2 and 3, staring down 2 and 4. That's a difficult record to recover if they can't win here on Sunset.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get into the fancy numbers, the projections. A lot of players just seemingly misinterpreting numbers, thinking that they've been eliminated already, but...
I mean, I think that was a joke.
It was a joke from last year with Cryo, yeah. I mean, it tripped a lot of people up, myself included.
Unless Boostio really thinks he was playing against MIBR, in which case that's even more disrespectful.
Yeah. We waiting his retirement eagerly. We're close to that status. Nightfall being used to supplement. I'm not sure if that tagged onto the corner, but apparently...
The job. Shit.
Really just sliding straight to Pancada, not able to glean anything more out of the round. Still, with him dropped. Side with the op. That's just a contact play to get back up onto the angle. What they 2 years.
Yeah, Loud are finding these
The fucking Jogamo versus Kawazine like story arc is
to go for
insane.
the info peak, to go for a play because they're down at a spot, and that's where EG have been finding success. Is by adding these pauses, the slower pace into the game like this, and then punishing Loud for going for the stuff like that. Apot's wiggling his way through on the other side of the map, trying to find out where these players are, playing for information. The only disaster here for EG would be if Les is not spotted. But the spike is headed over towards B. Yeah. Now, if both of the initiators die, though, on A, that would be bad.
Would be
Oh.
Hello, this guy's catching it. Apot, though, surely. It's going to be hearing Sadak, but Sadak does have the operator. Les is clearing him up, man. You said it could be bad. You got to be worried in this spot.
The time, though, is
massively
no
way.
Side.
The patience.
He's missed it.
Surely he doesn't get punished
No,
for it.
it's fine.
Yeah, okay.
I thought Sadak had full-on run into sight there.
Yeah, me too.
Les knows where one of them is, though. There's the cam. Spike's ticking, though. So, goes the chances. Cage doesn't quite cover the spike either, so
no problem.
Superman going to be aware that nobody's on this one, and already that's going to be the win into the round, so... EG.
Win! Nice.
Money's not looking too hot.
Yeah, it would be nice to keep the weaponry. Not completely necessary, but good for them. Only Superman's able to be carried into the next. I think, though, that kind of round is what they need to be going for. Map control at the beginning, try to take fights. We've seen how good Neon is over towards Elbow. And then slow it down. Do I agree with Derek and Nature hanging around an Elbow for that long? No, I think they
He
should
even checked it too.
They still had the round secured at that point, basically. So I don't really need to nitpick. Is Kawazine going to think about ulting into A lobby if Sadak gets pressure?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's a foul combination once more. And they want to send the roll in front on top of it. Superman, it's way ahead of it. Forwards and around.
Oh my god.
Power in their faces. Jogamo now floating it with the overdrive in his hand. No one in sight.
Oh my god.
Rapid start and basically finish the round. Still a 2v3 for Loud. They might see if they can maybe get a kill, maybe make a go of things, but it's a hard ask. Reload, heard, Superman has to reposition. Neurotheft going to be revealing that position. Doubled up now. Side by side through market. The swing needs to be good, and it is. Movement and shot even better from Les. Same needs to be set though for these EG players, and they do take the fights together in kind. Nothing slips. 2 years dropped to just 30.
Wingman, wingman.
To really topple this guy, Cage dropped. Doesn't know where the player is, only 7 bullets now. An impossibility. Just gotta back away. Maybe force them to just stick around, maybe take a few guns away.
Go, go, go!
EG up to 5.
And despite losing a player over towards B lobby at the very beginning of that round, they just carved their way in through market. Superman with a really nice play as well. Crossing up Loud over there. This is how Nature died at the very beginning of the round.
That's what our intention was, right?
Yeah.
But this is what was occurring over towards mid and market.
Yeah.
Wait, Neon Wall can go through that?
Ended up being way too much, and Apoth actually slipped
Neon Wall can go through walls.
coming around behind. And I love the idea of doing that. Apoth getting a bit more aggressive on the lurk. Off the back of that distraction is a great idea.
Oh my goodness, I mean, Sadak's ahead of all of it.
I think that's only Jorgamo's second first death all match.
He's been dominating.
I think he's
Second
13
first
and 2 right
death.
now, if I've been, you know, if we're keeping track correctly. But that is monstrous. Huge to get him out of the round early on for Loud.
That's been that sticking point for Loud to be able to get those rounds on the board after shot.
I guess kind of crazy though because he still got one.
Gets the one. It's good on him before being traded. High ground.
I think it's so crazy though because he's entering.
Most of the Utah
He only died 2 times.
Bullets flying forwards into these smokes. All the angles that are expecting these players. Less will maybe take a timing. Looking to get ahead of this one. Rolling Thunder just going to be pushing him back into safety. Quick hops. Nice moves all around. And he's been by Nature. It's 2v2.
That's a rough mistake there. Asking for way too much. You're in a 3v2 scenario. Play crosses. Make it tough for Loud. He only had a paranoia.
Ego.
EG cannot let this one fumble.
Already swept through and used. Playing inside the smoke now. Derek. Great kill to find. Pancada. He's left alone. 1v2. Jump spots. Or from Derek just seeking to buy a bit of time here. Superman is nowhere in sight, but Pancada's surely got to be worried about this one. Setting up a bit of a smoke in the one way. Still Derek's buying that time. He's been such a nuisance and annoyance. No way, Pancada. Absolutely no shot. Ticking. I believe the opportunity.
Oh, auntie.
Touch and go just for a moment. But EG managed to win a round without Jorgamo getting the first kill.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the key.
Jorgamo.
Maybe
throw your life away.
It's not like they've been converting many of their 5v4 rounds. But this map's been a bit better. It's again another fairly competitive first half. But EG is starting to pull out into the lead with 3 rounds in a row.
Loud 2-0, please.
He was destroying people over towards A lobby. They're going to make it feel like the same thing again, but this time he's coming tiled.
Insert and pressure. It's been applied all over the place here. Still in his hand.
Ah!
Oh, he landed that? Plenty of targets.
Oh, he peeked into 3.
Arms of the EG player, so he's traded him.
He went back in for more.
He did.
What is he thinking?
He's just manic, man. Jorgamo waiting to strike.
Okay, nice.
Slides forward, still at the full accuracy, but Prowler just did not assist him in the slightest. Plenty of players now watching, but
Oh my
it's
god!
over just like that. Okay.
It's like a high, mid, low.
So back and forth. Yeah. They genuinely have no relevance to who gets the first kill. No, there is no correlation here. It might be a negative correlation. But, you know, Sadak is coming down mid. He does get the opener, gets traded instantly. But then as EG try to...
What?
I don't know, a bit of the information to push forwards. They must know that they're going into a stack there as well. That was where the initiator utility came from to open up Sadak's play.
I don't know, man.
It feels like both teams are just getting pulled into the maw. Finding it difficult to slow down the pace with a Neon on both sides.
Something to the fights here. It's a weaker bye for the final round of this first half. Nightfall is going to be committed. Thrash used in kind. 2 years. See if he can push this one back, but a stun slows it down. Not going to be able to find anything. Might be able to reclaim the orb at least for round 2 of things, but potential for a refight. Sadak might even be eager for it. Ults cancel. It's going to be shot in place. Player disadvantage for EG. That's why they're slowing this one down here. One of them position. What's going to be called? Sadak playing together with him. Loud. Just dominating across the board.
Stinger.
Clean, almost sweet.
Stinger. No, but
6-6 will be where they finish here for the first half.
why can't my teammates peek with me like that?
Dead similar to what we saw on Lotus. Lotus, it was 4 rounds in a row from EG, I think it was, towards the end, to bring them back into the game. This time it's Loud with a bit of a recovery, but it's so brawly.
Yeah, they just opted into the fights.
Yeah, I like the idea of slowing the round down when you're up a player because it forces Loud to make something happen, but EG really getting sucked into the game in a way that they couldn't control.
Yeah, well, my brain is being reformatted from the Valorant we've seen so far. So let's send it down to the desk. Maybe they can explain things for us.
There you go.
Well, good news
Come
is
on.
I won't be, because Lord knows no one wants that. Thankfully, I have three brilliant minds here to explain what we're seeing here. And I think, though, the talk of the town...
Where?
The Dr. Bear, actually, is one of them.
Okay, gotcha.
And then I'll let you guys fight to the death to figure out who the other two are. All right, well, let's go ahead and do a little check-in with our Neons, shall we? Because that definitely seems to be the thing that is dictating, Balla, the pace of this matchup, how things are shaping out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this Neon for Jog looks way better than the ISO, and he, in my opinion, has the best movement we've seen out of any Neon so
Which
far.
isn't shocking
in terms of mechanics. No, not shocking at all. But Sonic is
Oh.
doing so well, and it's crazy to me that this guy is IGLing while playing Neon on such a fast-paced map and running down mid half of the rounds.
Driving Duelist IGL.
Like this crazy, like.
Gonna lose his mind.
Yeah, he's losing.
But I have a conniption over
You
here.
should have. While the game was going on, Ball was just like, "What are you doing?" No, but I feel like we're seeing this crazy crossover of like the strategic Neon, for the most part, except for like a couple rounds, and then we have Jogamo on like this fast-paced Neon, ready to take aggressive space and kind of pushing forward and making sure that the team kind of gets on site all fine. So I feel like we're seeing that crossover, and I agree. I think his movement is insane, but on the other side, like Sadok's util is also insane. Like I feel like they're both doing great.
Yeah, you can definitely see the difference in their early engagement kind of style just based on the fact that Jojimo has like 5 first kills right now.
Yeah.
And Sadok has, I think, only maybe 1 or 2, if I remember correctly. But just taking way less first engagements.
I feel like it makes sense
He'll be on attack.
in some way,
Interested to
because
see
if the IGL dies first, he can focus on IGLing.
has in regard to getting
But he is fragging too,
We saw
so.
what happened in map 1 when they flipped sides there and Lau just ran away with it. Could history repeat itself? Send it back over to Brennan Sideshow.
We'll see. I mean, much more even now, isn't it? Like 6-6. Don't really, like, you've said it, right? We're keeping up to date with kind of the first kills and the correlation there. But to be honest, just because the first
Kaido's
kills
12 and 6.
rounds going even and the rounds are even doesn't mean that, you know, the teams that are getting the first kills are winning those rounds. Could be that both of these teams are losing people and winning the rounds still.
It's very true. I mean, towards the end of that half, though, it was a little more correlated. I'm interested to see what Loud have got cooked up on their attack side, though, because I think Sadok called a really nice game from Duelist on Lotus. That's a rarity. We used to have quite a lot of Duelist IGLs at the very beginning of the game.
Repeat, Sadok, what are you doing there, man? Pulling out the sprint, seeing if you could escape, potentially, with the glide, but no.
Trusting heavily in Pancada's paranoia that it was going to push people off the line. And just not quite getting that priority when he wanted it. It's a pretty standard kind of map control play, but this time EG disrespect it. And I think that's what you get from Jogamo. You get a lot of disrespecting of opponent's utility and unconventional timing.
That shot lands, but EG, quick to shore up the defenses. It's a great beginning.
Did he wallbang dink him? What happened?
Enough to get the job done.
Or was it too far away?
All the damage returned to him towards the top section of mid. Tap going to
I think it's just 87 if it's too far away.
It's Louder the ones who need to find them.
Jogamo is on the flank here. And I think he's got really nice timing. Too easy. Taking it slow. 2 players ready to go.
He knows everything. Inside the smoke as well. So anti-flash being played. 2 years, a bit of spam. He seems to be aware of it. Instinctual, but yet from behind. Wrap around, snap around. It's 2 years. Quick 180. There's a lot more to do. Where that came from. So pistol round win for EG. Taking the lead now.
No, it's not good map 3.
Both pistols go the way of Loud on Lotus. Both pistols now going the way of EG here on Sunset. So that's one of the ticks in the box in terms of the things that Potter was trying to pay attention to and reinforce within the team. And just in case you're wondering, Jogamo 8-1 on Lotus in first kills to first. That's 6-1 at the moment here on Sunset.
Man.
14-2 total first kill to first death. Utterly dominant at setting his team up for advantages.
Quick pre-fire for the Dizzy. Around like this. Risk to be taken by Loud. G do have, you know, going for the 3 rifle buy, 2 pistols, keeping it in, seeing if they can get something really healthy and dangerous going for the bonus, but does open up a bit of a danger zone.
If he gets another first kill here, he's going to be 7-1, which would be quite fitting against the Brazilian team.
Yeah. Almost going down to that spam. Offensive setup though is pretty concrete, at least for EG's side of things.
Wait, what? How Superman died?
A nice
Oh.
easy kill there onto Superman, but it's evened out. Jorgamo once more going walkabouts. But the kill onto Superman, it's forcing EG to make a call to try and reclear something. They're seemingly unaware of this. And
they've got an
open avenue all the way up towards the B side. Jorgamo though, he's so fast with this one. He's sprinting right onto him with the spike drop down and the door in your face. They did. They're just, I mean, locked out of position, locked away from any chance of winning the round.
Damn.
Karanzine usually has the spike. He's playing breach. I think he thought for a moment there that he'd got through with the spike. I believe it was him who just closed the door, locking himself off from the play.
Jorgamo just needs to keep playing Neon.
EG.
Mmm.
Not going to have a huge amount of weaponry here on the bonus. Not expecting this one to be particularly dangerous. But, you know, if Jorgamo can land a ridiculous kill with the Guardian, then of course it still could be.
Well, that's how he opened the door and...
Have an opportunity to stabilize. It was double bonus rounds that set up Loud so well on Lotus. EG would love for something like that. It just doesn't look likely. 2 sheriffs.
They've given a rifle over to Jorg.
Yeah, that's a nice idea.
Yeah.
If there's anyone that's going to make it happen, it would be him.
Holding down the A main chokeholds. Side by side, him and Derek.
If there was ever a round to run a slow default, it would be this one. Prowler detects the trip, breaks it, so now bodies are going to have to stay.
A stun as well.
Ah!
Movement. Jorgamo, good. Almost a hack middle, but no, yeah, he just fades all of it.
And that stun from Jorg is so nice. The relay bolt flicked behind a 180 as he's moving away to stop any follow-up from the fault line.
Oh, that Cam's gonna spot
High IPM type
Ninkata.
right there.
Hmm.
Trip's going to be a bit of a nuisance as well. Apoff touch close to the corner.
One aftershock actually is going to break both of these trips though. Classic
Force Apoff
aftershock
out
in
of
that
position.
spot.
Yeah, okay, so well. Still locked into the corner. Does he?
What?
What? Still, the classic. Karazine is there. Superman even better with that sheriff. Might be golden for it. Cover going out. Smoke dropped. So one way onto the top of the box. Derek ensuring the mid is cleared out before he really commits into this one with a full retake.
Dude, I want to see Clove so badly.
Steady onto the approach, and it would be that bonus round conversion for EG. They'd love for it. Smoke though. It's Pancadas. We'll force some forwards here with the aftershock as well. Out of the way. Superman sticking. Bit of miscommunication in terms of where this has been planted. It's actually in front of the pillar. They're spamming it to the left into the
Fine.
spot. So EG just get a free defusal all the way. Listen, it's crispy at the end, but a bonus round win for EG.
What?
Planted in a different spot.
Yes.
Nobody pinged the spike?
Might be a
Yeah, time.
lack of
Yeah,
experience
time out.
from 2Es playing Gecko. It's not a normal spot to plant there. The meta spots to plant are on the corners, kind of on the ramp, where all of your spam is going to land on the diffuser.
Yeah, true.
Instead, he pointed it straight at the pillar. Wingman went over and planted in a spot where you can be on a full half circle. And also, it looked like the pings were off.
I feel like the pings were off, yeah.
The pings were hella off.
It shows you the spike on the minimap. So
I don't know. I don't know.
Shouldn't be missing the pings.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the smokes were in my face. You know, I couldn't quite tell the depth
like
of it, but it looked like they were.
It looked like it was off. Now I said that bonus round was gonna be really difficult to convert, and we're dwelling a lot on the the misplay towards the end of Loud because it did look winnable in the post plan. But what are those shots from Superman? 2 sheriff shots to open things up as he's defending the site, flooding in. That's the kind of impact that he was giving you on Lotus. That's the kind of performance you need from some of these other players that aren't Jorgamo, that aren't defending champions from last year, kept together on the roster. You need a bit of that from some of these others to win you around here or there, and EG, they've got that round 15 looking pretty.
Trip Tiger Galbi? What is that?
I think the KD was 20-9 from less on Lotus, and it's still looking fearsome here. He's got the hero rifle, and I think that's who you really want to have it in there.
Stripe, Tiger.
It's been performing.
Oh,
He's relentless right now in the series, in the map. No clearance into the corner. Apof's
There's
gonna
just
come
pictures
there
of Valor.
just
That's
to get him
funny.
out of dodge. And Paranoia to supplement. Jogomo, he's hunting even further. This guy, man! He can't be
Oh.
stopped.
It's so nice. God, the utility is brilliant. Apoth has pushed down mid. He throws the wall for Apoth to escape. Dashes so that he avoids the utility coming his way. Stuns so he can follow up. Dizzy in his face, doesn't even bother. Uses the second slide.
He's operating on a different level, man.
He's actually, his brain moves faster than the average human.
I'm watching him do it. I can't think that fast. The orders of operations, man, that he's having to do.
It's so nasty good. Get him on the full-time Neon. I mean, the ISO was fun. It was cool, but he's cooking.
Yeah, movement agents, he's cooking.
So Loud had absolutely no chance in that round. Eco and Jogomo masterclass. So, wait, what is this? He's up again. He's pushing them in. He's up again. They just can't get a handle on where he is and what he's doing. It's another first kill to add to the list.
The disrespect is crazy. The wall, though, it's propped up, seeking that engagement. Sadak gliding, and at least there is that follow-up. So
Oh, 3v3.
Loud, not quite with the advantage, but at least it is a 3.
I don't know if they can.
Control again. That plant. It's going to be going towards the.
I don't know if Neon's that good on Icebox.
Seeking the timing. Dizzy connects. He's missed his opportunity and his chance. He's hoping. He said the player would walk in front of him. He's still alive for the retake, and that's what matters now.
Same plant position, by the way, so that 2E's can play off it in market.
In front of the pillar, with him going down, it's going to be much more difficult to play this post plan. A lot's going to be asked for from Les and Kawazine. Util in their hands. Quick tap, Kawazine, fault line, spreads. That's going to be an aftershock, and it should clear them off, but Apov gets half anyway. It's not what it missed.
What?
Again, this man plan positioning EG up to 11.
Loud, what are you doing?
Well, Loud took a tag timeout to talk about their post-plan setups. You've got to imagine, and that is just another disaster.
Oh my god.
It's hard to tell exactly where the mistake is there. Is it slightly off in terms of the plant spot when he's throwing in the Gecko, throwing in the Wingman, sorry? Or is it Kawazine who's just missing the aftershock in that position? Either way, disaster.
Yeah.
And yeah, that plant position is...
It's not him missing...
Market, but it isn't as good for the B main post-plant. Loud are getting ruined in this spot. They were dominating post-plant situations on Lotus. That was primarily one of the reasons why they were winning in that map. And here, two massive ones.
2 timeouts in a row?
Couldn't be more important. Round 15, the anti-bullets, and round 17, the next rifle round, both lost in a very similar fashion.
These pivotal rounds that are just escaping them.
You can't even... I don't think you can aim the aftershock correctly.
Forced to take a time
from that angle.
On Loud's end.
I mean, they took a timeout, I'm pretty sure.
Just a few moments ago.
Yeah. Like 2 rounds ago, they took a timeout. And they're making the same mistake, so... I can't imagine they've got too much new to discuss with their coach.
He was kind of nervous, I
Have
guess.
a great chance of being able to win here and push things forward on
Because
Icebox.
isn't he usually
No idea what
the
these
controller?
guys are playing on Icebox.
What to expect.
Could be absolutely anything.
Could be all over the place.
But Loud desperately need to put something on the board here. They're going to force. So 2 stingers, one of which is on Sadak, and Sadak has his ult. So it's really not that bad of a buy.
Less danger there, but he's going to let it loose almost immediately. Look at this guy. Putting his way forwards. For a way into the site, looking almost for a kill as well. Apov! Pointing directly towards him, he knew where to pre-aim. Still, they did get that side access. Trips dealt with. The player disadvantage, mosh pit. Straight to the corner, no players there.
Jogomo's very, very late to this.
To the back of the side. What a connection! Multitude of targets. Paranoia delayed and even misses. No way to follow up onto this one. Loud in shambles in terms of how they want to play this one, and they can't get a hand to Jogomo! It is pure
Oh my god.
Josh is levering and he's almost pulled the headset off his head. What am I watching? Dude, I mean, I don't know.
What am I watching?
I don't know. Forget the tactical shooter label.
They released Valorant 2!
Dude, it's an arena shooter now.
Jogomo's playing Valorant 2!
Dude, TF2 fans, we are so back.
Valorant 2.
He's crazy.
That is actually crazy. He broke the ankle so hard. That is actually filthy. I can't believe it.
The way that he's weaving his movement and and then throwing out stuns mid-movement. Remember the previous round where he was getting away from the fault line punish? 180 flicks and throws out the relay ball as he's sliding away.
He's on a different level right now. There's never been a firmer knee on him.
Oh my god!
Aftershock. It's in his face once more with a glide. Still, that's a connection. A shut
Wait.
to Sadak.
I mean, nice from Sadak, but it's only a 140.
Yeah.
Brutal.
That looked pretty close. I didn't think it was 140.
Tui's falls. Drops the spike. I mean, this has been a joy to watch. And a pure reflection of what we saw on Lotus.
And it was more. Look at this guy. The whole team capitalizing. There's a
Farming.
goes down. One left standing. It's Pancada. 12 to 6. It's all on his shoulders to get the map continuing, but in all reality, we are almost certainly heading to Icebox.
Pancada's, I just think, has no hope of converting this, and EG know it. Superman closes things out. And what a performance from EG and Jorgamo in particular. The first kill, the first death is off the charts. The impact is enormous, but what he's actually doing in terms of weaving these
Snickers?
abilities and movement setups together is like nothing I've seen. I mean, this is immaculate stuff.
I mean, that boy's just different. I don't know what to tell you.
300 ACS, 22 and 14. He went 8 and 1 on Lotus in terms of first kills to first deaths. I'm not sure exactly what it was in this map, but we'll have the stats coming through shortly. I think it was something similar. It might have been even more.
Yeah.
He just absolutely dominated.
That was a joy to watch, man. Start to finish. It shows that EG as well got that preparation in spades for their own map picks.
Monye play Neon?
2 Icebox. Time for that quick break when we return. The
I want someone on PRX to play Neon. Jing played ISO, but that was a... Loud's downfall. Loud is doing great. That was beautiful. I'm gonna go do dishes real quick and pee.
Cauã pode pegar a primeira kill, strafezinho, segura o dedo, controla o spray. Gol, Ozzy!
Making sure that nobody can really take it. Adjustment.
Welcome back, everyone. And Evil Geniuses have tied things up 1-1 off the back of, well, I mean, quite frankly, Jawgmo just breaking some ankles. Like a couple of fools out there looking like.
3 seconds ago, before you intro this, you go, I'm playing Neon on console. And then the stinger hits, and then we get into it. So, I mean, that really just.
Dude, it was insane. I mean, this guy was. I want to go hoop with him now because he was breaking ankles, man. Like, this dude is crazy talented. Look at the movement from the start of this game. I mean, it was already like just ridiculous, and I think some of the slide kills, and he just kept heating up and heating up and heating up.
Now we got to see that one play though.
The way he was using the stuns, like we'll see it. Like,
my man did a full 180 turnaround on that with the stun and to prevent the advancement.
From here, it just gets crazy. Right here, he gets another slide kill and tiles while full blind. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, he came around, hit him with the Palpatine fingers.
There's no one that I've seen so far be as good with the slides as Jawgmo. In particular, other people's slide movement has been so much more predictable. And his is so varied, it's constantly throwing people off.
You know what's funny too is I feel like his slides got even better on defense, which technically shouldn't make sense, but he was just pushing down, taking so much path control and being super aggressive. Like, it worked out perfectly. Yeah, like you said, that tiles play was insane. I don't know.
8-1 on first kills to first deaths Again, same stat line as Lotus.
Yeah, he's playing. The man is nuts. I mean, it goes without saying, Jawgmo has always been insanely talented, but you know, we talked about it before, right? He's the type of player that thrives with those movement agents. One of the best raises in the world.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Guy can do whatever he wants.
And that's why I like that they're experimenting with so much of this, right? Experiment with ISO. See how good he is on that. Because he was the best raise, and now he might be the best Neon. Like, this is the sort of thing that you just got to figure out with the guy, and he will deliver. So I'm mad perplexed as to what's going to come on Icebox, where I don't know what the agent is going to be.
It's going to be like standard Valorant, you know, just like across the board. Just
Louder's still running the double controller. Here comes your harbor fiber, your
single
jet.
sky or something like that.
Yeah, there's no way.
No shot.
Yeah, I mean, I would love. I am just as curious. I'm sure everyone is, you know, pretty much on pins and needles, wondering what the hell we're going to get on this one.
With EG at the beginning of this year, they brought out the deadlock on Icebox. They're one of the first teams, that, if not the first of this year, to have a deadlock. Yeah, with Jaw playing.
All I'm going to say is, because I recall at the pre-show, there was a certain member of this talent team that said that EG will be a team that defines the meta. And it was someone really smart, really bald who said that. Who was it? Athena, was it?
Couldn't have been Josh. It wasn't Sideshow. Who was it?
I think it was me. It was this guy. EG defines the meta. I don't know.
I mean, you were
Talking out of
cooking.
my
I'm
butt.
just saying, it was mild. We already knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. It's like... it's like predicting it when you see it already.
Yeah. Well, listen. All right. What is it? A broken clock could be right twice a day. Come on. All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about Iceboxes. Clearly, I can't give myself flowers. But yeah. So now we're going into Icebox here, and Bala, I know you were talking about this like during the break. You were mentioning how like you're seeing people do crazy stuff with Neon on the map.
This is a map that Neon can work, and we haven't seen it at the pro level because it's crazy. Like, it's insane to try to go for because you don't have those long corridors, you don't have places, but when you watch people who really know Neon, and I'm sorry, but none of these pro players, even Jawgmo, come even close to the type of movement that you see from the pro content creator type people on Neon.
People are doing like funny movements.
Yes, exactly. For
a pro content creator.
Whatever, but like the movement you can do on this map on top 410 with the ropes, with all these sort of things is insane. With the jumping through nests, like there are some things.
Wait, what's the team comp?
That you will be mind blown by. So if he does it, I'll be mind blown.
Something tells me Jawgmo might have watched a few TikToks or something like that just to try give him a little bit of the tips there, but we'll see what happens. And it seems as if, okay, so we're getting
a normal.
What?
I didn't even notice that.
EG has done in the past, so it's not going to be the most.
Diversity on this map right now is just so fun.
Yeah.
No Neon, no Neon.
This is crazy.
Harbor goes
Look, we saw FPX with
Finally.
on this map at Shanghai, and it was some demonic activity from life.
And we were talking about how we wanted to see ISO with other agents and more synergy to be able to follow through with all those shields. And I feel like with Harbor and Clove, that's going to be awesome to watch.
Ask and you shall receive. All right, guys, both teams need to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. So let's go ahead and send it back over to your casters, Brandon Sideshow, for the call.
So both of these teams, 2 and 3.
I'm so happy.
Just in the season this year, a win here, put them nice and even, but a loss would really just set you back quite heavily in terms of the goal of meeting champs at really just almost the end of the year. It's not quite even the end of the year, man. It's like, it's a couple of weeks away. It's 5 weeks away. Yeah, really not that far away, but we're reaching that end point. And
It's only like
really matters
over a month
Stage
away.
2, for these
Crazy.
teams. And here we are, the final map, which is Icebox. And we've seen, honestly, some beautiful stuff.
Gotta book my ticket to Korea right now.
Onto the wire, and yeah, we'll see them now on a bit more even territory. You have to imagine, you know, no more of their own map picks. Icebox and EG, what are they cooking?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Chogomo is obviously having an incredible day, but the ISO wasn't able to find huge amounts of value on Lotus. There was a lot of spam through smoke, spam through walls that stopped the shield from gaining momentum. You can definitely spam through smokes on this map for sure, but like the walls are not as penetrable. It's possible Jorg just starts dominating here if he gets a snowball going. Good Nano Swarm denies the wingman.
To the jeers of the crowd. Another tap from Sadak.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to wait for the next wall cycle. And this is now difficult for Loud. They haven't got the plan down. Everybody on EG knows that they're trying to go towards B. And Apot's getting some level of decent info in mid. Wall back up. Wingman back out.
Does he over the supplement? Jogamo. Has he got that one from Shield out? It's activated. Bit more breathing room as well for him to try and take some of these fights.
Why is it so difficult to eat?
Here we go. Centered flying forwards. One of his own. Jogamo already eating up a bit of that damage with the diffuse. Not short. But not Loud. Just want to choose to stand their ground and face.
Did he get a collab?
There's damage done to the last two players.
No,
of EG.
okay.
That's still
I don't know.
2v2. Anyone's game. Anyone's round.
I thought they got half.
Superman realizes
Oh!
to get a bit of a move on, but the shots
Nice.
all on point now for the Loud players. 2 years and less. Shut it down here and wrap it up nice and pretty here for first pistol round of Icebox.
I think that's a sick idea though from EG. Throw out the ISO wall and get half behind it was almost impossible.
Yeah, he almost got
to
half.
deny that. They just had the thinnest angle. There it is. And if you look at the timer, it was milliseconds away from getting that permanent half on it.
Yeah.
Now, if they can
It was-
adjust that
I
slightly
thought
so
they got half.
someone else getting on the diffuse as Jorgamo pushes forwards with his own wall, I like it even better. You know, there's ways of refining that, but clearly cooking with the ideas.
They shot her. Sana, sana.
Sana,
Playing the
sana.
no duelist composition on the other side of things, we know roughly how they're going to want to play this.
Poison's off.
Both teams, though, are going to have these smokes from the Clove and the Omen in more unexpected positions. Fankata falls, but that's not a rifle denied. Superman, though, if he's able to get a pick, that's then danger.
No, he's watching it. Potential there for a second when Spike dropped down. Denying it. Gun's going a bit amiss here.
You can't reconnect with Les. Les is getting space on A, but how are you going to cross in mid?
Can't afford to lose any more of these guns.
Derek's going to hear this.
Should at least one pair of the footsteps.
No
Make the
contest.
call.
I thought they were going to maybe try to fight.
But they pinged it out. So calling for a heavy stack of EG. They're making sure that they move players over towards this direction. They know that Les has got this space. Hearing that shield.
Oh! Okay. Okay, Les.
Just goddamn sharpness.
He's too good.
Yeah.
His raw aim, his crosshair placement, and how calm he is under pressure.
There's definite chances for EG, or at least there were, but now just the classic in hand. Too much for Derek to overcome, so second round's there. Only blessing in disguise really is that they did a bit of that damage to the economy of Loud. Only 2 of the rifles getting saved. See if it makes a difference.
They only came into the round with 3 anyway, so
Yeah,
it's
so
really
they
not
still
gonna
buy
be
up
too
into
bad.
it.
Yeah. We're gonna see EG fighting all over the place. And certainly when you look at the team composition, the 2 heavy hitters from map 1, Jogamo and Superman for Evil
Same.
Geniuses, those 2 players are gonna need to step
Less
up on
is
defense.
more.
That's your ISO and Clove. Those are the players that are going to be looking to try to take fights, especially when Clove's ult is online.
Dodging and weaving the initial util. Of a high tide, it's going to be just separating them away from the A site. Slow and steady though. Looks like that's the game plan for Loud. No overstepping themselves.
I didn't realize APOS was playing Harbor.
Pulled people away over towards mid. They're looking for information, despite the fact that the turret and the alarm bot are both down, are both active, I should say. Both been placed in mid for the defense. So EG go through, break the turret, make it feel like they're in mid, and now they're back over towards A. Just trying to mess with Sadak's understanding of what the defensive setup is.
Drone not seeing anything here. Left alone over towards the A side. Everybody heading over towards B.
Yeah, Sadak can pick up ult orb and then get thrashed with plant.
It's faking.
Doesn't even
want to
go
pick up the
for
orb. I'm back with 30 seconds left now. Let's open up the space. Still have the front section of A, so they don't have to hard re-clear this. They can save what they util now for the back of the side. But
no!
Just slightly ajar there. Let's not expecting that somebody, at least that he's going to be visible on that angle. Nade at the floor. Time running short. Running away from them almost entirely, but the high ground angles enough to just at least cover this one. But the spike has been denied. From the Sadak has to stick this one himself now. Has to be guarded. And he will do just that.
Aww. Why can't my teammates guard me when I'm planting?
Still gets Thrash online. Pushes back. That line of scrimmage. Oh, what a base back! Lovely.
Great movement. And the last player detained. 2 years. Holding it down. The pre-fire Superman. Maybe shouldn't be getting away.
Wait!
He's left it to the 1v1.
What?
Superman comes online at exactly the right time.
Perfect moment. Bailing Loud. Or bailing EG, sorry, out of around the.
No. No fucking way they let him do that. 3v1.
That's a crazy one to win. It's a ridiculous 1v3. Small unforced error there from Les.
How the fuck do I eat this thing, dude?
But that's beautiful shooting.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that Superman was putting together map 1, and he cooled down a little bit on Sunset, but it didn't matter because everybody was working well and Jorgamo was dominating. Now he's back. Cloval online. Superman can take really aggressive fights. Over towards A. Fighting with Jorgamo around 410.
Looking for this guy to get active.
Can't believe it's lost the 3v1. It's close.
Bit of the util being used though, just posturing them away. Still with a heavy control. And hold. Onto A by the EG players with the 4 players committed. Does leave Nature a little bit, wary. You can see this guy is just jiggling into mid. Because he doesn't have a turret or an alarm bot to watch that angle, so it's all being committed over towards the B side. Mid is a big avenue that's just open right now for Loud. Of course, Loud don't know this, Les. Man, this guy, it's on point. That's an ult that is not going to get value.
Oh!
There's no way.
He's getting an assist or a kill. I mean, Les is actually still sticking around, though. Close to the corner. Middle, misses, out wide.
Okay, nice.
Expected. Superman who had to make the play there in that moment. Still, action over towards the B side now. Mid, watch for less that adjustment.
Less is more, less is more.
It's Loud. We're just picking up all the pieces, forging a path to success in the round with it, man. That is a 3-1 finish now in the round.
Okay, maybe the ISO is not great.
And we were looking a lot at what Les was doing over on the other side of the map. Battling Clove and then fighting in mid. But on B, the actual exec itself, both of these teams are going to be playing aggressive post-plant positions a decent percentage of the time. Not every single time, but because they're both playing Clove.
I think ISO is better than Neon in this map, but
connects top nest to kitchen. And
I don't know.
Right on site, you can smoke off orange, you can take more space.
I would like Arena.
They took space on site and then even threw Paranoia into Snowman. It actually gives you so many different ways of playing those post plants rather than just the standard, we are going to plant and then fall back to yellow. It actually makes the map much more interesting.
Oh my god.
Akada's job, just to contain.
Oh.
So his teammates had his back as well.
You saw his giant on his bow.
Risky, eco play by EG. 4 players up the gut, seeing if they get a cheeky kill. Doesn't work out.
Les is playing fairly aggressively as the Sentinel player over towards A. You know, he's not scared of anything. And I think one of the reasons for that is that EG are not running a jet, so he's not really worried about like an early push across the ropes, updraft, into your face, that kind of play. He's just taking space and getting good info for the team. Now everybody comes back into Superman. He's missed it. Oh, brutal.
Yeah, there was a chance there.
Yeah, but not too much more in the round. Though, of course, Superman can still apply smokes, but...
True.
That'll only really matter if EG can get a kill or something to make this a bit more even.
Terry not expecting the wall to just drop down in his face.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Wow. Dude, Jogamo cannot do anything.
Yeah, a little bank shot. And Nature left to just try to deny his own ult, basically.
Oh my god.
But Kawanzin, he has that KO already. Yeah, I think the fact that EG are gonna try to look to take fights with the ISO and the Clove is a little strange in some kind of sense, because they don't actually have flashes to set up those aggressive fights. And so they have to just try to contest areas, dodging utility. And then primarily the double smokes comp is going to want to play for retake. So,
yeah.
You know, it can do multiple things,
Hello.
but not as well as some other compositions at doing just one spot. It's a bit more of a compromise comp.
EG forced to take this time out now. I was wondering if we were going to see it into this round or maybe the next, because this is the important one. It's already Lauda getting that momentum behind him. 4-1 currently. Ult's being purchased bought online as well, because Kawazine is sitting on that null command that can just essentially win you a round almost as well. At least give you access to one of the sites. So EG, it's their time to shine. It's a full investment. It's a gun round. They need a good plan, or at least something to work around, because right now Lauda, like I said, they're running away with it.
Yeah, I think a little bit of pressure and then dropping off to try to play retake is probably what EG are going to look to go for. Honestly, on both of the sites, which isn't pleasant to be put in that kind of situation. But I'll see what Nature's setup looks like.
Right there.
I would assume he's not even going for... Normally you'll see one Nanoswarm on site to try to block that wingman plant. You know, no matter which site he's playing on, but...
Oh my god.
Here, I feel like if it was a B hit, Nature would just be getting caught in the null command anyway. Trying to play his utility forwards, but it's a stack on A, and that's where Lauda headed. I think just early pressure here, and then playing around the harbor roll is gonna be your best chance of success.
Noise being made. Fights to be taken, and one out by the Loud players instantly. It's a null command. It's a rip now, emanating out into
this
the
is
but almost not even necessary.
unfortunate.
It's overwhelming. It's over.
It's over.
So he can get res back up with full HP.
That doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter at all. No, it really doesn't. It's a 4v1, and Nature left again alone. Was on the opposite side of the map. His team had the correct stack, but I think this is a trap that a lot of teams with the Clove can end up falling into. And we certainly saw this, as Wyatt was talking about, with Life from FPX in Shanghai.
Yeah, just...
Clove is actually not that great at playing aggressively before their ult is online.
Mm-hmm.
If you play that Crossfire in a super aggressive position, you don't actually have the... Oh, wow.
Oh,
1 HP.
A brutal way for Nature to fall. Just trying to keep the gun online.
You are right. I mean, yeah, it feels like everything in Clove's kit leans itself to playing more aggressive, but it doesn't really suit it in a certain sense. Other comps do it better.
Yeah, I mean,
if you want to play aggressively up close, like if you have some flashes available at least, you know, you look at the comps that Lauda playing now.
Yeah, and not just the flash to go super aggro, but if you want to play an off angle like that, pick Reyna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that
pick
Reyna. Seems a bit silly. Nobody's
please.
Reyna at the moment, but it is viable to play.
I want to see Reyna so bad.
Angles like that on ice box. And Clove is not Reyna.
I thought Jing would have played Reyna.
Very different, even if all of your Reyna mains are now playing Clove in Riot. I guess they've all moved on to ISO at this point.
Yeah. And the money's not looking too hot. EG.
Right there.
They've got to get around on the board at some point.
Yeah, they've kind of squandered their best opportunity.
That's what I was saying before the timeout, right? It was the pivotal round. One that was going to make the most sense.
Oh,
to them
shit.
to try and win, invest everything into, but being pushed apart. Undercut.
All of this pressure is just to allow Pancada to cube as well.
Not able to get a refresh there.
Mm.
Double tap. Does a cancel the ult. Just to trip them out a little bit.
I mean, I don't like the idea of going mid to A on an anti-eco round. I thought they were running it as a bit of a distraction so that Pancada could slip through, but he's not gone for the more aggressive option. I like Pancada's positioning though once they commit to A. It's not like they have a ton of utility.
This could get messy, man. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, losing these players. Jogamo has ult and a rifle too. Very easily can turn the tide of all of this one. And the ult snaps him up. It's gonna be a 1v1 that's occurring. I believe 2 years is gonna be caught in it. And isolates the all over the place. 2 years. He does win his out. Jogamo dropping, but they know where the body is, and that's an easy collection. With Superman getting all that one. So 12 seconds left. Unwinnable now for Loud. Just falls to pieces. Pancada will be afforded a few of them, but
No, kill them.
round win. CG with a thrifty.
Kill them.
Needed to happen. It did for EG, but I think that's a pretty horrible way of playing.
He didn't kill them.
I mean, anti-eco rounds, generally speaking, you want to be setting up some kind of like 4-1 default. One player goes and sees if there's a stack on one side. You get ready to react into the opposite direction. You don't do something like walk through mid to A where you're open to tons of different angles. It's a cute idea to throw in on a rifle round where you need something unusual to happen, but I don't like this game plan from Loud. And they did end up getting punished for it. Keep it simple, Sadak.
Keep it simple, Sadak.
Dart's going to be dealt with there towards the back wall. Slow and steady. Just for Loud. You want to keep it simple as well. Getting ahead of themselves. EG being granted that lifeline though.
And this is keeping it simple. Use the Thrash to clear this area out. Allow Less to come over and pick up the ult potentially. Make sure you're holding to punish anyone who's looking to play.
Oh my god.
Superman has the ult. Has the
what?
Ult. Not even necessary. Wins out the fight single-handedly. Movement's nice from Pancada, but you're going to see it instantly coming back into the action. Not dead yet. Needs to find a kill though, and everyone's going to be holding their ground just for now. Slide as the bar bangers with Superman.
Okay.
Powered. Just running it down forward. Shield gone out. Less. Cannot avoid capture. Too many players swarming him.
They should let him do that.
Round from Superman. The 1v3 earlier was imperative to get EG started. It was the only round they got out of the first 6. It was that 1v3, and then Superman's also had another blinder there. The ult was just a cherry on top. It wasn't even really necessary. The round already won at that point in a 4v2.
Hey man, sometimes
Nice stuff from
a 4v2 is impossible.
Away from making it up to 5-5. Loud using their grip.
Yeah, just, I mean, exactly predicting that Superman will be playing on the same angle again. That's a lovely adaptation. Great read. If you commit B, though, Clove's still going to be able to apply those smokes. This is where the mind games happen, because Les has got a fantastic ultimate for being able to clear space. Do you want to go for it still?
Some banana swarms. TP across from 2 years.
Les is not playing with the squad. They are not prioritizing this lockdown at all.
Way out of there, Dizzy. It's a blind fire from one of them, a pre-fire as well into the back corner. Nature just about avoiding and dodging all the way from the paranoia.
Oh my god!
It was Jogamo who saves him from that embarrassment. But now the pit dropped down. This will cover most of it. One-way smoke in their face. Don't think that's going to be doing too much good.
No nanoswarms on Spike. Lockdown only just now arriving.
Jogamo forward with it though. Now with the wall, Apoth diffusing. Might be able to get half. It's being covered. And dominating position. It's Derek. He's gained all that ground. Still onto the edges of all of this one. He needs to spot this lockdown. It's tucked right around the corner. It's forced the issue for him. And Nature is pushed back into the outer rings of it. The turret to catch him.
Oh my god, who will die with the turret?
No! Who on earth is Pancada shooting at? I don't know.
Does he think he's fighting Goliath?
Going up to the skybox.
I mean,
where were the shots going?
Where were the bullets going? Is he trying to give the guy a haircut? What is going on there?
What
That is
is
bizarre.
that spam? It must be to do with the elevation because Pancada's just so much higher up when he's on top of green. That round never ever should be going the way of nature. He just can't get away with that.
What the?
That's a blessing, man. I mean, it starts off all well and good. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, sigh of relief from the EG players. They can barely believe it themselves.
Yeah, they've just been gifted it. Christmas come early. Oh, it's Jorgamo's birthday tomorrow. That was a little gift from Loud.
Yeah.
Is his birthday tomorrow?
And he's just won them around straight up.
I can't eat this anymore. It's like,
Throughout
this
that
is
as
way
well,
too
you're
much.
seeing that part of the retake ideas from EG is that they're running a composition that has Cove to potentially get half.
Cove? Clove!
Also Wall that can potentially get half as well. There's a lot of ways that they can cheese that first half onto the spike. And then from there, I guess you sometimes get
win a moment.
Yeah, you sometimes
Yeah, I know you want some blue.
but big
I'm gonna go
mistake.
put this away.
Wow, this is 3 in a row from EG. Huge error. Zelev's committing
Oh.
lockdown too. Not to get onto side, but to try to close things out.
The odds for Loud taking a step back. The money's still strong.
My hair is so
Surprising.
fucking sticky.
They're making full advantage of it. I suppose the prior wins they were getting.
That's a vulnerable with a shot to start the round off to see if Derek can just get a cheeky kill on someone going up the belt.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Pretty similar to the shock molly combos that we saw pioneered many, many years ago.
It's afforded Superman a bit of the space now.
But this is the thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have his ult.
You're not playing Reyna.
And they know exactly how to pre-fire it. Hunter's Fury. It's going to be used. See if you get that connection, but Derek has missed all the marks. The target's waiting for him. There's a high tide. It rips its way across over towards the A side. Does put a bit of a pause into the round for Loud.
I mean, at least there was the extra layer of the Hunter's Fury being thrown in there.
Yeah.
But it didn't save them. And smokes, again, still available if this does end on A. And Loud do keep committing into the spot where they kill Superman early on. Nature's ultimate is excellent for retake, but he's super committed over on B right now. He's not playing passively, so he's got to slow rotate over to A.
30 seconds left.
The smokes are going to bloom and blossom on the Loud side of things. Apoff. Forward to the cascade. He's fully blinded up. Not a clue where these players are yet still. They'll be handed to him. Onto the high ground. 2 years. It's traded. Derek's still holding it towards the back of the line here with only a few seconds remaining. I mean, the spikes dropped and the players forced to fight. They just can't get over that hurdle. Shield broken. Yeah, it doesn't really matter though, does it, man? That's going to be 5-5. EG, they do even it up.
Yeah, you're seeing the value that Loud or the value rather that the shield has in some of these spots is simply that Loud have to jiggle peek, spam.
Dude, my hands are still sticky.
Sadak really wanted to try to get that spike back, and he had to try to deal with the shield before he could ever commit to taking a fight. Slowed him down. 5-5 now. EG running away with things here towards the end. But Loud ults.
Oh no, please. There's another 6-6 half.
It's been committal again. Jorgamo. My God, man. Just takes the fight to him. He was traded in the end, but already these Loud players have toppled over. There's only 2 of them left. Thrash movement, I think, going a bit ajar.
Shadows traveling.
Tio's quickly going to be vacuuming up most of it, though. Able to get that plan down.
What do you do against a lockdown in this kind of
What?
Goodness me.
Shadows traveling.
Gotta fight aggressively. It's the only real shot. Drone tags it though. Lockdown comes through. What do they have?
Go, Wingman, go!
Paranoia. Any sort of play, just seeking to delay. Sadak. It's aggressive, it's risky. The cancel with the ult. Lockdown comes down.
No!
They were waiting for it.
Dude, my fingers are so sticky.
Lovely play from EG. Nature getting involved with his rifle as well. Picks up Pancada through mid. Every fight goes the way of Evil Geniuses there as they find the brawls that they're looking for. Jorgamo's been a consistent factor the entire match. The rest of the players have been really up and down. Superman's now coming alive. Derek's finding his opportunities to trade out Jorgamo and hold nice supportive angles for him. they're actually finding these situations to take team fights and win them. Spots where the inexperience previously has been a big problem. Now, they've got their feet under them. It's Loud under pressure.
Yeah. Round 12 now by Xbox.
Every first half has been 6-6.
True.
It's gone down to the final few moments here. Now, money is flourishing for EG. Derek's going to be able to pick up that operator. None of that's going to be making too much of a difference. No players heading over towards the A site. Instead, all over towards B. This is a very committed position by Nature. He does get his... Listen, that swarms off. Couldn't avoid that one. He's going to be locked himself into that 1v1. Jorgamo. Shield's gone. Removed, but snappy once more. The movement is nice. Just on top of it.
Another mid lurker dead, and Nature. Oh,
wow.
Attack, but ends up going down.
Loud made this a little bit more winnable. Positioning just fully known right now. Loud are committed, waiting for the wall cycle. Finally, fuel in the tank, so we'll go up. Trying to get a move on, but it seems to be that hesitancy in their play. They don't really know what moves to make. Wall goes down, facing triple up onto the angle. Apop doesn't give anything away. Plays for his life.
Great information.
Wow.
Straight away now, Apop. At least with the one, turns the fire onto Pancada. Kawazine almost given a haircut. Bullets whistling right. Oh,
what?
Holding Util in his hands. Control, timing.
Oh.
Just seeking to take it all down to it. 2 years time. What the hell is happening here? They just missed each other's ships in the bloody night. All around, but EG.
Okay, it's not 6-6.
Finish onto that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I was allowed to win. Oh my god, Clovis fragging.
Crazy series of rounds. 6 in a row. Looking sharp, getting big moments out of Superman, out of Jorgamo early on again.
It's because they died to Stinger. They lost the momentum.
It must be said. I mean, that one where
Pew
Nature
pew.
just snuck it away from them is going to be living rent-free in their heads, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And this time, EG finally behind on first kills, but ahead at the half.
It doesn't follow any trends, man. This entire series. It's going up and down. You can't follow the numbers. We'll send it over to the Desto to break it all down so far.
All right, so, I mean, you know, I think it's safe to say that this has been an exciting game. It is delivered in many levels here, and there have been a lot of players that have popped off individually. One guy in particular, Kawazine, you got to give him his flowers here. What an incredible performance we've been seeing from him, and even though it kind of slipped toward the tail end of that first half, you could definitely feel his impact at the beginning of this one.
100%. I think Kawazine is one of the most underrated players really in the game period. I'm gonna be honest, all of last year flew really under the radar. I think has for this year as well. He hasn't been at the level he was last year, but when you're seeing him play like this, you know, you're reminded of the Kawazine that was at those international lands on deep runs with Loud, putting in serious work.
Yeah, I mean, look at his ACS, 300. Not only was he using his util for his team to be able to fight, he was also using it for himself to push up, be aggressive, and take as much space as he could. And we saw him getting multi-kill after multi-kill. I think it was like 3 rounds in a row. He got a 3K each time. Granted, one of them was an eco, but still, it counts. Like, it counts. He went crazy. Like, he managed to push past, and he also, like, his KO ults, he's able to call them and actually use them towards executes in such a good way. He still kind of creeps up, gets the first pick, and then on contact uses ult.
Yeah,
so.
denying some important util is a super big factor. For me, that half came down to that one clutch from Superman, that 1v3 lighting the fire for EG there.
Yeah, because it was looking bad.
Yeah, it was looking really bad. Again, Jorgamo wasn't finding super early impact, none of that stuff with the ISO, and all of a sudden we've kind of flipped it, and it's now 7-5, which is unfathomable beginning of the half.
A crazy round as well where Nature was somehow able to stick. That should have never happened.
Yeah, no, but at least he got a haircut out of it, so that was nice. But of course, this is it, folks. It's going to go, pretty much the chips are going to fall either way. We have no idea. An exciting matchup through and through. Let's send it back over to Brendan Sideshow for some more Icebox.
And again, it's anyone's game, man. It's a 7-5 finish towards the half here. EG with the slightest of advantages with those 2 rounds, which, you know, came down to
why am I so tired again? What's going on?
different moments occurring, right?
I'm
The
so
nature stick that the desk was talking all about as well. But it's pissed around now.
Clove is so cute. Look at her fucking nails, dude.
Let's make the difference. Will Loud be able to even it up early on? Or is it just going to be EG running away with it?
Dude, watching VCT is like physically tiring.
Definitely chances for Jorgamo to take over on attack side. I think it's much easier to get the value out of ISO in those spots.
Right here.
The Smokes duo of Tuiz and Pancada. Didn't think we'd be seeing them playing together, but here they are battling over B main.
What?
Just expecting that position, top 410, right?
Yeah, that's a nice one. Nature not really had too many moments with his gun in this round, in this map so far, but that's a big one to put things on the board for EG.
Tuiz has been eating a ton of damage, trying to hold on to the back of Yellow over towards B. Big middle of his players. Nature.
Oh,
didn't have the right
nice.
crosshair placement for the job.
Almost got it done anyway.
He did. Just for the adjustment. Less now on 10 HP, and he is.
Oh!
Okay. Could have been a bit of a classic moment, but no. Top back up with a heal. Superman.
And now going to be a bit of a raid boss, isn't he?
Yeah. Got that pace injection, but he's going to be backing away with the rest of his team to make sure that they hold on to this. 2 players allowed. It's Pancada swarming, dropping down now into the site. Derek just tucks his head right round the corner. He's anticipating that nobody will account for him.
Dude.
And he'll be correct with that.
Dude.
Adjustments there as well from all of the guns and the pistols.
Dude.
Doing work there for EG.
Dude.
Up 2-8. Set themselves up now for a really strong beginning.
All of those issues that were plaguing them on map 1. Couldn't win a pistol, getting bonus. That's all, it's gone out the window.
Yeah.
These areas where Loud are able to find success and push that momentum into massive advantages is not the area that they're finding any success anymore. They were able to split pistols at least here on Icebox, but Loud are going to need something massive to get back into this game, I think.
That's not going to see too much there. 2 years. Up and over.
Hello?
Yeah, not too sure what a sound cue is.
I mean, there's a blizzard going on. I know it's Icebox, but the weather doesn't seem that bad.
Pretty sure it'll disappear if Jorgamo goes down. I'm not kidding. We just need. Okay,
Oh, there we go.
It did go.
Cancelled it with the Altor
Thank you,
pickup, I
Jordan.
think.
What happened?
Yeah, send it to the dev.
What was that? Yeah, Blue, you hear it too?
And so again, the point that I was making earlier with the Harbor and Clove, they can take a lot of map control on B. They've got these 3 players to deal with. They may not like the look of this even, EG. Perhaps looking to commit on the opposite side of the map where Nature's playing, but once they get onto site, the Clove Smoke's really good in these kind of spots.
Spotted it. Yeah. I believe just the leg seen from Les as he was just trying to get that top nest position.
A good pickup.
They do have peace of mind now. Sticking this plan, EG. No real chance for Loud to win out into this one. Or just seeking to delay. But for EG, I mean, man, this team, you can highlight any one of the players as well, but he augurs well. I mean, a lot of parity being met, I think, with almost to the same degree of their run last year. Don't want to call it just yet.
I mean, that's getting...
It's a storyline that we've been following, I'm not going to lie.
Getting a little ahead of ourselves.
But it's matching. I think they were at a similar point last year. They were at 4 and 5.
Yeah, but they made it to Tokyo. And they had already been in the finals.
Okay, well, let's run another international event and give them a chance.
Well, sure. But they've had their opportunities to make it to 2 international events. And they haven't, you know, the last chance is champs now.
Okay. So my narrative has been ripped to pieces.
Well, I think both of these teams, both of these organizations are like, they're on somewhat similar trends to the previous year, but almost like a step down. For example, Loud, they normally have that dip in the middle of the year, where they didn't play particularly well at Copenhagen a couple of years ago. They didn't play that well at Tokyo last year, but they were able to revitalize themselves, get ready, and perform pretty damn well at Champions in both situations, even winning one of them. But this time, they actually failed to even make Shanghai, which was the first time that org has ever missed out on an international event.
Right here.
Since signing the Brazilian super team led by Argentinian captain Sada. So, you know, both following parallel paths to their history, but just like a chunk lower.
I'm about to fall asleep.
And reflected in their regular season record right now, both 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And this one, it matters so much.
Exactly. That's why we've been highlighting the importance of this match. Right here and now Loud. It's a good opener.
Kamanzin's gonna get stabbed in the back.
There's that opener. Finally finally found. Fighting over at 2 for Neo for B main choke point. Spike's been dropped down on top of it, so have to be a bit of a retrieval job. A lot of noise being made by these EG players. Even the Cove committed by Apoff just to make sure that he can get out stop free. Reclear being called by Loud, sending that Dizzy forwards. But Superman might have found a timing of his own.
Timing's on timing.
Oh, he hears it.
Yeah, the footsteps fantastic there for the timing that he's got.
He doesn't want to commit.
But this is a great spot. I mean, you tuck yourself in here, you're shooting the back of people's heads.
Oh, he's going to be catching.
I don't.
Does he get spotted here?
Yeah, I don't
think
like
the
this.
spot's just a little bit awkward, isn't it? Oh,
Dude.
a little askew.
Dude.
To try and take this fight. Loud. Gotta be on him. Yeah, 2 years can just spam him, warbanged and dropped.
I think he had the round in the palm of his hand there.
Definitive
and he threw it away.
chances, yeah, for sure. Not able to do it now. Left up to just Nature and Apoff. Jumping up. Damage already been done from these bullets. Loud to make sure that they stick together tightly. Discipline. Smoked off onto the spike. Sadak can stay.
Anti.
Well, they needed a round like that, Loud.
They did.
I mean, Loud themselves have made so many mistakes in these kind of spots that they'll be loving the fact that EG have just made a similar kind of one. Because EG just had so much freedom over towards the A side, and Superman had got a gorgeous timing. Maybe just overthought it a little bit, because I think his first position was quite nice. He may have been worried about people coming out of A and spotting him as they're rotating from screens to heaven, something like that, but I think he was pretty good in the first spot that he tucked himself into. Hasn't damaged the EG economy too badly though. They've still got rifles up in this one. But round 16 is going to be very important. That same idea of the vulnerable into the shock dart hasn't found a pick or really any massive chunk damage throughout the map, but hasn't stopped EG for going for it repeatedly.
Right here.
And it's, for example, denying Sadak, access to Altorb, which would put Thrash online. Although I think it was County that was going for it.
Awesome to respect the space. Jorgamo. Oh, wow, what is that?
Bro!
Expecting a jiggle. Paranoia. Flying, the shield's going to be taken off here in a reposition, at least with the TP. But a great first kill. This Jorgamo just leading the charge. Nature feeling the heat. It's really going to be tested now up onto this extreme.
Ah!
Nature spies on just 5 health, should be dealt with, and yes.
Okay, nice. 3v3, 3v3.
Onto the other side now. It is a 3v3
What the fuck just happened?
Sadak is going to have to get a bit of a move on, but he does have that ult earned.
Superman detected by the alarm bot in mid. Les looking to re-clear, spots it. And now they're just going to try to commit to the retake instead.
What is that? I mean, adjustment by 2 years. That's sublime. Even if the crosshair placement wasn't good, and they double up for the cleanup over onto Derek. Sticking from 2 years, you have to get a real move on if you're Superman for any chance, but he's just walking all the way. He's been covered. Almost with the denial, but not quite. So Loud. I will say they've got their foot.
Damn, okay, 2 E's, wasn't it? Dude, almost nailed her so long, I never realized.
On the other side. These 2 rounds in a row have now knocked DG down onto an eco. I love the entry from Jorgamo again, just to talk about it for a little moment. Even though it didn't end up defining the round, he's taking that swing before he pops shield. Which you might be thinking, well, why isn't he using one of the best abilities that ISO has? But that makes a global sound. And so other people are going to be ready for swing timings, that kind of stuff. He's
yeah.
Unpredictable, and so he gets the swing before, puts himself at an advantage, and then pops shield to try to carry things forwards. You don't need to
the sound is so loud.
Oh! I can guarantee it.
Damn.
Think about the same stuff. They're really not. They're just saying, guys, just swing.
They got it?
Pancada.
I don't know why I thought Superman killed him.
Just hold that one. You're running straight over the
oh my god!
Forward approach, perched up. Dealing with any adversaries that might try and make their mark onto that A side. That is.
Let's go Loud.
Creeping closer to an even scoreline.
Guns back online for Evil Geniuses.
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Could come online in the middle of the round. What a flick!
Yeah, I mean, okay.
That's nasty.
I literally thought that Superman would have killed
open up this round with Derek.
him.
You know, normally, Sovas are going to try to start rounds where they have the Hunter's Fury online by throwing out a drone, seeing if they can get a tag. Maybe a kill here onto Cowantino less. Instead, Derek. Oh yeah, he is. He's going for the drone. Doesn't quite spot anything through the smoke. Oh, he's got the tag.
This feels out of range to me. I feel like he's way out of dodge. That's just backed away, even with it.
Good movement. And Jorgamo pops shield. Active for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a long time to try to wait it out.
That's the ult 2. I'm going to be going for it though. Just priming for the vulnerability. Sends it along with the wall. Now, here we go. Good capture.
He's gone though.
And with that
What?
barely there, and he wins it out almost easy as.
He still had shield? Oh my.
Super is there. Jorgamo right behind him. Trades available. And Nature survives another day. Leaving it to just Pancada to 1v2.
Out in the open. Out in the open.
Just covered by the pillar. And I think, yeah, Molly landing too short. Potentially Nature not taken away. Not even vulnerable, but he does need help. Jorgamo. What's the position? He shows back.
Oh, auntie.
Perfect timing.
I was scared there for a moment. I thought Nature was planting on the other side of the pillar. But yeah, choosing that safe position to tuck themselves in.
Why would he play on the other side of the pillar?
Big round to run that ISO success. What a clean shot. Two of the best aimers, not just in this server, but that we have in all of America's going toe to toe. That all got ended in less than a second.
A blink of an eye.
Still massive ultimates.
I have more tests to run.
Still stuff that they can make work. Bit of A control, lockdown, tons of opportunities for them to get onto site fairly freely.
Bit of wind in their sails perhaps as well, like you were saying with these ults. Definitely can cook something up. No, I'm not seeing too much, but EG. At least know that nobody's pushed up over towards A now with full control of it. The one way is going to be slowing them down.
Yeah, I don't know whether Nature's really going to want to invest lockdown here because Kawanzin's going to have a lineup for it.
Wants to play here from Superman. We can see it. Just really X-ray. There's lots of players now going to be swarming. His position is no way. Stays alive.
Oh my god, he survived for way too long. He ulted! Oh my god, why? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's 3v3 though.
Versus 3. Slowed them down to a crawl. Now it's up to Loud. Gotta get a move on. Rapid pace needs to be taken. Dart. It's going to be pre-fired off towards the back wall. You can already hear it ticking, and the hand and flash is good and aware of it. Loud with all the kills in the world.
Oh.
Seal it up. A 9-1 for them. And I'm not letting EG get away with it.
In rounds like this, in tense situations like that retake, Loud have had the advantage by just being able to
ulting there is crazy.
Straight up duels. But this sent me. What on earth is Superman up to? But it did kind of play Jorgamo in.
Hard committal.
Yeah, Jorgamo getting too
what?
Of all of that chaos.
How did
almost making things worthwhile.
How did Sada? Okay, Sada. What? That was so lucky.
Bonkers Valorant.
Even he's yeah.
And Loud getting a great retake off. Like I said, barreling their way into backside and just trying to take fights. There's a flash peek over through maze, but the others just swinging out through rafters and winning duels.
CG now forced to at least feel like they have to take that time out.
I need a foot rest.
Honestly, just been chained them
All these people got foot rest. I need one.
Excuse me, at least only just a one. It's Loud who've been stringing them together.
Yeah,
maybe good timing for the timeout, but
it kind of felt like EG had a good idea of what they wanted to do, but it was mainly just off the back of the pistol and the follow-up. Yeah, they've been close to getting.
Where are you?
They haven't quite been able to in this half.
Hi, can I have a hug?
6 in a row to finish out their defense. It's been quite streaky this game. You know, one team gets into the groove of things, and then it takes a while for the other to figure out what's up.
Oh, baby.
EG's economy is not in a good spot. So
oh.
Jorgy's going to have to try to make magic happen with the Vandal.
Baby. What are you doing downstairs, huh?
Step up from his team. Numerous points now over the course of this series, and he's definitely delivered. See if he can do it now when they really need it most. The wall doesn't really dodge and avoid most of that damage. In fact, Spraying him through. Nature dropped down to half HP. Up top.
He still got one.
Jorgamo with that rifle.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of that really, because you just allowed Jorg to get up to an ult and shield online.
Potential game changer. Here it is. Let it rip. Lays it down. Holding for the angle. Bit of a pre-fire. Up versus.
What?
And with it, just Rang was the beast that is that rifle. Have to claim that kill.
Good job, Jorgamo had the shield.
Exactly. Made all the difference in the world, but still, he oversteps himself there. Seeing if he can push the advantage even further. Pancada swats him down.
Kawenzine on the flank.
This is a difference maker with Superman. Off to the side here. Has to be that reposition of Pancada. He's left alone.
Kawenzine's got this. Beautiful timing. Fantastic from the initiator there. Catching the play with the spike in one of the worst positions over towards danger. That double tap is never real.
No.
Just a bit of a fumble on the input there from Superman.
Screams of it being a bit of a fake. And look at the reposition. Kawenzine making sure that he doubles up. Lovely decision making there.
Blue, you seeing the shit? It's crazy.
Another round, honestly,
Can you play like this, huh?
as well as he possibly can to let AG back into things. But the weaponry just wasn't quite there. And now most of the big ults have been invested for EG. Neutralized. So the economy gets evened out, but ult economy in favor of Loud, and I think that's going to be very difficult for EG to get through. The defending team has Thrash and Lockdown, and those are just amazing for stopping a sight from happening if you wanted to use Thrash like that, or enabling a flood defend, or even going for a set retake. There's so many ways of making it work. This utility designed to put pressure on the player that's playing a
Oh my god.
Almost there with a punish. EG forward. Jorgamo pick up the orb again.
Yeah, please. My ears.
Please. He's running it down now. Alongside the team. He's trying to take that one fight. Dizzy up and over. Knife dropped down to the floor. Superman also dropping down to the floor himself. Nature. He was a straggler over towards A. Does pick up 2 years.
He's been doing a good job actually of giving EG opportunities.
What is that sound though?
He's
What?
opened up A again. He's been able to find less in some of these spots. This time finds twos. The ultimates are still fantastic to go for a retake on A. I think Sadak's job here is just to make sure nobody oversteps that mark and starts pushing into spawn.
Jorgamo is miles away, man. He really is. And few with bullets might make the difference here for Sadak, but now he does have the ult. Thrash going to be committed. Jorgamo, got to get a move on here. Time working against you and your team.
But even if
plays it through.
Even if he can just get in position to break the lockdown, he's got a good spot. Nah, he's not going to have the time.
I think so. He's going to be pushed out of space and position.
No.
Fury at the top. Forced it out of range now, but the knife's going to be broken, but that's a wingman. It's going to be broken there. One last pulse there from the Hunter's Fury. Sticking now, that's Sadak committing all the way onto Half. There needs to be a kill coming through at any point. And time now, and it is finally there. Half on the board. Maybe a chance for Kawenzine, but he's got too much to account for. Too much to do.
Oh.
Up to 11.
These games are so close. What the fuck? Even the 100 Thieves game.
Finally, EG. At least getting the rounds that matter.
How did the wingman
No, you seen this shit?
I think it must have been some
Can you believe Furia beat 100 Thieves, huh, boo boo? How that happen? How that happen, baby? Huh? What did you do?
When the Hunter's Fury isn't used to break the lockdown, you kind of want to bait that out. And then the idea is that you commit wingman as like the second wave so that it's on the spike as you can press forward. But, you know, small details being missed. It's neither here nor there. EG up to 11 and Loud have just got to focus on the next round. Try to put something together. That was their opportunity to set the advantage with the ultimates. Squandered. Fight happening over towards B, but it's Nature versus 2Es again on the A side. That could
I was gonna say nature versus nurture.
That's how the previous round went so well for Evil Geniuses.
Vulnerable in the shock tart. No damage done. All the emphasis placed. Oh, the ult just spotting it. Nature gives away the position. Not that's going to be mattering too much with EG still.
Over there.
Semi-committed over towards B.
I feel like we've seen very few Flash Dizzy combo reclears into areas from Loud. Their composition does allow it, despite the fact they don't have a duelist.
Yeah.
If Sadak wanted to get aggressive off the back of the Dizzy and a Flash, you know, he could. Pancada picks the time in 30 seconds.
Yeah, this
to
is
try
beautiful.
to commit into this. It's gonna be difficult.
Good luck. The decay damage is going to be ripping him to shreds surely, but he can't quite get these players out of position. In through mid, underhanded with a flash, but still no kill. And it's all falling to pieces. EG!
Oh.
They worked their way to a magic.
No, is EG gonna win? Bobo, EG's gonna win. What did you do?
And stealing away.
Do I have to turn on my light stick? To green.
The history between these orgs is so back and forth.
Hello.
We've seen them clash in some iconic matches in the
Here's my light
past.
stick to blue.
Last year, we got treated to 13-0s, upset wins, revenge matches too. This one's been brilliant.
Yeah. What a treat it's been.
The depth of ideas is so nice.
What is
but I
on your
really thought
face,
Loud had got
dude?
the better end of that one. As Superman has had some fantastic moments here. Map 1 and Map 3.
Oh, yeah.
But I think, you know, a bit of an unsung hero, Derek, who hasn't had as much to say, except here on Icebox, and he's finding really good timings to back people up. I think that the spacing has been the thing that's impressed me the most. He's so tight behind the people taking duels. Even if Jorgamo doesn't get value out of his fight, Derek's right there to be able to trade somebody out, or holding an angle to punish a Loud player who's getting a bit too aggro. And that, I think, is where you get the best out of a supportive player like Derek.
He's been on point with the trades.
He has. I think that's put a lot of pressure on this Loud squad.
You know what?
2
EG just
chances
wins
for
so I
EG
can
to close out.
take a nap.
And Derek one away from ult.
I think he just used it.
Yeah, it was almost, what, two rounds ago?
Yeah, not too sure. Turns it back though, up to 12. And like we've been saying, one more round will do it. It's Loud. Left to simmer in the timeout of their own choosing. Maybe they can make something of the round. Still stand a chance. Comes down to these little differences. Jump spot of Jorgamo. Not too much revealed. Pre-fire onto the corner of the drone. Even with that tag on the Pancada, will be pushing him out of the picture. And a re-clear's called by Loud. They are heavily committed. Lots of players up into mid. They've been doing this prior. Anti-flash played. Variety of players.
What?
Ready for it, but still Loud.
He got two. He got two.
TP on top of the box.
What?
It's Jorgamo left reeling. Not expecting that type of angle. And why would you?
Oh, that's a really bold play from Loud there. Nature's trying to make the timing happen. On the other side, caught by Les.
Yeah.
Beautiful angle from Les.
Takes one to the temple. Loud. Staying alive in the series.
And what a round to pull out. EG were ready for
No,
that play
please
through
not
mid.
OT.
They were
Please
holding
not
an anti-flash
OT.
position, like you mentioned. But as they swung in to punish the mid push, Loud hit their shots better. And were already posted on the angle, ready to punish. Ended up backfiring there, EG.
Silver ult, Clover ult.
Still got another
KO
opportunity
ult.
to close out Icebox. That angle that Les is holding is so good. We've seen plenty of other Killjoys running that spot. Good for punishing aggressive lurks onto the site. And Nature has been trying to open the spot up for his team. Sadak.
No.
Crash online, but it cost Tui's life.
And this is it, isn't it? The round that matters the most. Drone forwards, two players caught in an unfortunate position as a molly and the nade committed along with Hunter's Fury. And the Loud players, Kawazin, you cannot withstand it.
Okay, GG.
Heat has been turned up.
GG.
Temperatures. In CG, you can taste victory. They're barely there on the precipice of all of it. Such an important series. Both of these teams, 2 and 3, as we've been mentioning, and with every player that falls, it's more and more likely. Evil Geniuses. A match win, hard earned all the way. Unless faced with an impossible position, cannot do it. EG.
Oh my god.
This fated matchup once more versus this Loud orb.
Victory with some fantastic ideas. Amazing individual performances. And dispelling the
Okay, nap time.
that previously stopped them from closing out matches that cost all of that effort. They're good ideas and big